All right, we are live Avengers. We're going Heroic Gauntlet. I'm probably going to go mostly solo this stream because I really need to do a Heroic Gauntlet. I really need to do one before Kate comes out because I am lacking, I feel like, in a lot of my builds. I was just going over one by one my characters and they were just like, I was questioning what I was thinking on some of these. So we're going to just do the Heroic Gauntlet constantly, maybe getting some viewer rounds in there. We'll see, but definitely Heroic Gauntlet. And we're gonna go easy peasy real quick once I figure out where I'm at here. Like, I hope YouTube's using thumbnail that I created and not just. Alright, anyways, let's get into it. Starting off with Hulk. He's my most familiar. I would say he's my favorite thus far, due to the fact that I have more so peppered over the characters instead of individually stayed on them for a long period of time. So it's like I got light experience with all characters instead of focused experience. And I still switch characters and I'm like, holy shit, this game is awesome. They feel so good. Alright, so let's get on into it. Let me show them all set up here. Yeah, I got a camera this time, so it's like I gotta do a bunch of moving that I usually do in the backside that you guys can't see. So easy peasy, Carpenter. What is up? Alright, let's get this rolling. Yeah, I was thinking about, okay, I gotta really establish which one my main character is. And right now, I do want to say it's Hulk and Thor come close. Alright. I'm worried about my Captain America because he has under 1,000 defense, so let me make sure that they put them in the correct order, because if I do go down in those later stages, I would like to go Hulk, Cap second. Just because if he's weak and he ends up going down, I kind of just want him to get out of the way. I don't want to save Cap for my last character because he's like that. Cap is particularly one of those builds where I was like, what was I thinking when okay, and then we'll go Thor. Hopefully we can finish it off, and hopefully we don't even need to get to Black Widow. Yeah. Just because if he's weak and he ends up going down, really, I just want him to get out of the way. I don't want to save Cap for my last character because he's like that. Cap is particularly one of those builds where okay, maybe I should be speaking closer to the mic. How am I sounding, guys? I hope I'm sounding decent. Like with the camera, came up with a bunch of other settings and cool stuff like that, so I just want to make sure. I hope so. Okay, maybe I should be. No, I'm not doing all that crazy stuff right now. How am I sounding, guys? Good, good. Carpenter says good. All right, we are good. Loud and clear. Lima Charlie. Rocks, what is up? Vague Man. Good, excellent. Okay then. I hope so. Alright, good. No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, so don't want to save Cap for last. Hopefully we don't even get through Black Widow. Let's do this. Like, I think it's so it's like 6 floors or 8 floors per gauntlet. All our efforts against AIM have led us to this point. Can you do challenge 4 gauntlet, or is that locked in? Ready to step in should a teammate become incapacitated. We'll go through the first one. I think it's locked in. There is a mission that's locked in at Challenge 2. I forgot what it was, though. Per gauntlet. Can you do Challenge 4 gauntlet, or is that locked in? Uploading the entrance's coordinates to your hub. First gauntlet's pretty easy. Second gauntlet is pretty easy, but you can kind of start to taste the difficulty. I've only gotten to the third gauntlet previously, and I definitely could tell the difficulty spike. All right, let's run this.
I've marked the hive's entry terminal on your
Hulk,
card.
man, you feel good. You feel so good compared to Black Widow. Oh my gosh, I've been playing Black Widow for the past 2 weeks, and she's a super precise character. She is you're taking out single enemies. Like, yeah, you're taking them out pretty quick, but she is a super precise character. Oh, I don't like that. We'll mess with it here in a second. Got that air dash basically with that punch. Okay, I haven't played Hulk in a minute. He's hefty for sure, but I like the way I just like his lights and heavies. Okay, yeah, then you gotta get momentum. Okay. Yeah, playing this game for the past week, a tad bit more heavier than I usually do. And there is some depth to it, no doubt about it. Like, is Iron Man's heavies? Alright, guys, I just gotta... Is Iron Man's heavy attacks precision or heavy? Or melee? Alright, let's see if I can get a little bit of lick in. Hulk, that lip right there. Nope, destroying all enemies. Is this a timed thing? Like right here, I used to be just Black Widow, go invisible, and just get it. And I wouldn't even have to worry about it. So I was like, okay, that's cool. That's like an interesting thing. Like, Black Widow can pretty much do everything without nobody seeing her, which was cool. Not today, buddy. Like right here, I used to be just Black Widow, go invisible, and just... I guess there's some interesting new stuff been happening that Iron Man can deflect his unibeam off his chest. That attack, his R1, his assault. Oh, nice. He can block that off a Cap shield now. I remember trying that. I specifically tried that with a buddy when we first got the game, and you couldn't do it. And they like slipped it in there. And now it's like a cool little popular thing going on right now, and I thought it was awesome. I feel like Cap shield should just be... Everything should ricochet, not everything, you know, don't make it like terribly cheap or whatever. Still have the video game balance, but like Widow's bullets maybe, or something like that. Just like the item should be its own little thing. Rock's just chilling, bringing in... Oh, Stargirl, yeah. Yeah, you too, Rox. You still watching Stargirl. Good to go. I'm laying back mained Black Widow in the beta. Love her. Definitely precise, though, for sure. Yeah, I like her, too. That's the thing. But I played for about a week, and it's like, does my mood want that still? Like, does my mood... I will be in that mood again. At one point in time. For precision and kind of fast combos and stuff, but I kind of got over it. I was like, alright, I think I'm ready to kind of like go to whatever the next level is. But I played for about a week and it's like, does my mood want that still? Like, does my mood... I will be in that... Alright guys, I'm definitely going to try to catch up to chat in between, but I am going to kind of try to run through these first few fairly quickly. I want to get back to Hulk and feel him again. Like, there's a few times I almost went down there and I was like, oh man. My builds are honestly laughable, I think, coming back to it, and in retrospect, looking back at my characters. So, I don't know how we're going to do this. I'm afraid he's weak. That's why I say that. I forgot the style, how he plays too. Whoa. Alright. Yeah, I love. Yeah, whatever. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people were complaining about how Hulk couldn't pick up cars, and I was like, whatever, I don't really care about that. I was playing Hulk earlier today at in the city, and I was like, why can't he pick up cars? What? And I was like, oh, I get it. I thought it was just a little. Like, you're picking up a car right here. Look, there's a car. You're good. Just kidding. Okay, homeboy needs help. Okay, yeah, he's an R2 machine. And a jumping little frog. He's like a frog. Here we go. Is that why I was so weak? Because I was like, deal cosmic. Deal cosmic. Then that's where your life pool comes from. Light attacks are my money makers.
Scientists are safe.
Okay, not a bad room. Not a bad room. I hope this, yeah, I made this, like, cool, slick little thumbnail, or at least I tried, where it's, like, the 4 faces of the fighters, like, entering combat. And I don't think it used it because I'm not too familiar on, Streamlabs. I don't know, Streamlabs is weird. There's a reason why people stream on Twitch instead of YouTube with Streamlabs, I'm pretty sure. But anyways. And the chat is like totally, yeah, I like switched my shit up and it is so weird. Diz9, what is up? Resolve, resilience, valor, and might for Hulk. Got you. Noted. Diz for sure. Stargirl just has amazing suspense and drama. It's truly unlike the other CW shows. Can't wait for season 2 next year. Almighty Jenkins, what is up? Thanks guys for joining the stream. Yeah, I was like, okay, 6 floors, 6 times 8. I don't know. Has anybody ran through a gauntlet and just like all the way through? What's the time on that? Probably like 3 hours. Like, look at all that shit on the floor. That is insane. Totally whiffed that little robot. Let's look at my build real quick. Let's embarrass myself real quick. Ranged, because I just don't think Thor or Hulk is like a ranged dude. Okay, let me see if I match up with you, Diz, what you said. Resolve and resilience. 0 resolve. I used to have, I remember having a lot of resolve in another build that I have. I think I don't have resolve because I was like, I'm gonna just dose him with cosmic. And then I think I have some, like, invulnerability buff. Defeat 3 enemies in rapid succession for a damage buff. Range attack, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I do not think that this is good. Like, I remember when I got on earlier today and I looked at all my heroes and I was like, what the fuck was I thinking? Takes about 45 minutes all the way. Monkey Nuts, what is up? Jacob, what's up? We need Wolverine. What? Alright, Jacob, we do need Wolverine in this game. I think it would be cool, obviously. What would his, what's it called? His projectiles be? That's why I was like, Wolverine can't work. He's tough. He's a tough cookie to figure out. Shh. I can shrink this guy. I can grab this little dude now. Oh, I'm gonna go hit him on his buddy or something. That's an EXO, bro. That was awesome. Oh. Because once you go Hulk, I mean, it's tough to honestly, like, feel the same way about the other characters.
Well done. That squad member has been neutralized.
He is just like a wrecking ball, man. He can throw stars. That's what I was thinking about Daredevil.
Enemy defeated.
Diz. If they introduced Daredevil, he could throw like little kunai. I have it to where my large debris kind of like pins him back. So
No longer a threat.
I like that. It kind of like like opens the way for me and others maybe. You get some sort of boost by reflecting Iron Man's Unibeam on Cap Shield. That was fairly interesting. He can climb, and his range would be him jumping high in the air fast at enemies. That's good. I see. Instead, like, he's the projectile. Got you. His pounce could be his throw. Rise, exactly. What's up, Rise? Hell yeah, that would be sick. I didn't think of that. Would it be cool if you like set it up and then it had that like arching, you know, with the arrows in video games, how they do when you're throwing a grenade or something? I am yelling probably because my headphones are so loud. But yeah, like if you could execute that quickly, you know, because I mean then you'd just be pouncing around crazy like Wolverine. Well, I guess you'd be teleporting like crazy with Kate, right? So yeah, that would be awesome actually. Might be like a small animation when he like tackles a dude or something. Or does he just barrel through him? I guess that could be in the skill tree, huh? Whether you pick or not. Hulk is too clunky for me. Thor is my overpowered go-to for community play. I like Thor a lot too. It's a tough choice. Donnie Brown, what is up? Hulk main. Yeah, I feel you. I do like him. I like him a lot. Thor's is like literally just throwing grenades. That's what I think. I really like his range. But at the same time, hold square for Thor is really effective. And I finally understood. Somebody was talking to me last stream. About diminishing returns, and I was like, I've heard that before, and what is that? And then I found that spreadsheet that everybody's like talking about, and I have seen that before, but I didn't give too much thought about it because I was still getting back into the game. I was still learning basics, let's just say. And I was like, okay, I'll get to that. I've seen that be mentioned, and I think a lot of people use it actually, because I got to the point myself where I was like, okay, what are the important, here we go, see? Okay. What are the important missions to grind to get these? Like, you see guys on the internet one-shotting Abomination, like Lejeune and them, like, whew, that is sexy, don't you think? I do. Does it take some of the fun out of it? It could. But then again, that's what all the work is for, you know, to get all those buffs and just pop them out, you know? I think that is so cool. And that's like, you know, where you want to be. And you kind of like got that character in lock, no doubt about it, you know? And so anyways, just like the past week for me in this game has been fairly interesting. Especially just waiting on Kate. I've been watching that trailer like ridiculously amounts. Like, I get the same feeling I get when I first saw it too. When she's like floating in the air and it does that little... Dude. Alright. Who's next? Cap isn't high enough? How's that possible? Because he's only on 145. This might be a bust, boys. We're not doing Iron Man because holy jeez. This might be a bust. We'll see what Thor can do. That spreadsheet is clutch. You know it, Super Saiyan. Don't freak out, but I'm waiting in the quit jet. You might be waiting not too long there. Look at Hulk. He's limp. I'm literally using my cup that I got from the theaters in Civil War. It's my water cup.
Don't freak out, but I'm waiting in the quit jet.
Yeah, my new setup, I had to switch screens, and now my chat's like totally on the opposite side, so I gotta like...
Look at Hulk.
If you can gain control
Alright, don't
of
fail
AIM's
me now,
network
Thor.
temporarily,
Let me catch up
I
to
can
chat real
infiltrate
quick.
their security
I'm
system.
literally using my cup that I got.
I feel bad. It's the first time I haven't played in a few days now since I've gotten the game, Donnie. That's alright, dude. I feel like a good little break, especially right now before Kate starts to change and mix things up. I think it's good. I've matched with each character, to be honest. Yo, Roku604, what is up, guys? Yeah, I definitely need to, like, mirror my screen or something.
I've updated your HUD.
I feel bad. It's the first time I haven't
137,000 times 2 per missile shot with Iron Man. It's a bit broken. Yeah, I feel you. Those one-shot builds only work for bosses. You get hit once and you're dead because of overusing Valor. Oh, there's the downside. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, I almost thought about taking a break, but I was like, no, I need to get back in it, man. I was going to make like a Kate Bishop video, just kind of talking about what I think is going to happen. I'll talk about it a little bit right now for sure, but watching that Kate Bishop video, man, she's going to be teleporting like Nightcrawler or like whatever, a lot. I just have a feeling it's going to be a lot of purple dots everywhere. And then especially because her sword like gets big, it's going to be a light show for sure. I feel like she will also be somewhat of a precise character, kind of like Black Widow. Even with Black Widow's weapons, you can
AIM's network is equipped with a
get a group of
multi-point
people,
authentication
and with her
system.
assault.
I need access to multiple terminals.
But I'm interested to see how effective these arrow types are going to be. Like, the flashy stuff is cool, and it does look like, I do feel like the precision in this game, or the projectiles in this game feels well, like feels good enough to be like, I'm throwing this hammer, boom, it feels like it, vibration in the hand and all that stuff.
I'm inside AIM's security system.
And I feel like they could do arrows. I feel like are easy. They did Tomb Raider, so wham bam, thank you ma'am, there you go on that. I thought Tomb Raider was a well done game. The first one I played, I didn't play the second one, but I thought Tomb Raider had good like animation and felt good when you hack those enemies in the head with your hook or whatever. So I think the arrows will feel good, but I'm interested on how many people it'll affect. The side juke, good for you. I was actually talking. I've actually met some pretty awesome folks playing this game, man. Just a bunch of super nerds, you know. And it's so good. And I was talking with a buddy, Carlos, last night. I'm like, how do you think it's gonna go? You know, how do you think? We were asking a lot of questions to each other about what dimension. Like, this is not Earth 616 for Marvel. All right, now we're getting into like that kind of stuff for a second. This is probably not Earth 616, and we were trying to think about the timeline, how long they have been the Avengers. Years, probably. Long enough to establish like a good firm relationship, I would say, because some of the stuff that they say to each other. Thor feels bad about not finding Captain America, being up in outer space and stuff. Those kind of things. Establishments between each other. And yeah, so it's like, what timeline do they fall in? I thought that was interesting. How cool is Nick Fury in this? He's going to be like... We basically thought it was going to be something along the lines like Hawkeye was doing a secret mission for Nick Fury. Yeah, we've probably discussed this already, chat, honestly. Smash the spit out of that like button. Thanks, Donnie. Jacob, she has a Nightcrawler teleportation. Yes, she does. James Seeger, what's up, dude? I see you on. I see you on, brother. Like, I always sometimes get on and I'm like, I'll just jump in. but then I'm like, ooh, maybe that'll be rude. But yeah. Anyways,
Thanks, Donnie.
You okay, big guy?
Jacob, she has a nightcrawler coat.
Ready for more?
why haven't I mastered my Cap yet, Roku? Well,
I see you on there.
Cap was my first character
Like, I
that
always sometimes get on and I'm like, I'll just
really
do it.
sunk me in
And I'm like,
into the learning of the characters. And it wasn't until I actually met somebody who was talking super deep. Like, I just didn't think about that game on any deeper level, I suppose, than like, I just want to be powerful and, you know, have fun with the characters. Combat's good. This is probably what I didn't like. I find it funny too because I feel like this is what I didn't like about Destiny and the whole, like, whatever vibe that game gave off with the community. And I understand it now, and I didn't like 4 years ago. And I even like had an old buddy try to explain to me about Destiny and the community and stuff like that. And I just didn't understand, like, why would you play the same thing over and over? Like, what are you even doing in that game? Whatever. And it was Cap that drove me in and to be like, all right, I want my dude to be strong. Like, I like punching. And I like the whole combat system. But when you're with a group of people, that type of playstyle doesn't really help out the overall team. And I like being a team player. You know what I mean? Like, I'll play this shitty character sometimes. Like, if we rotate, I won't mind taking my turn. But, I wasn't... Come on, Thor, are you fucked up or what, bro? Alright. Like, I wasn't aware on the effect I was having within the team. And so I was just beating guys up. Like, as long as I survived, you know, I'm good to go. But then you start to play with some guys that, you know, they understand that next level. And then, you know, whenever you're getting bitched at, where it's like, pop your heroic, dude, what are you doing? You're like, oh my god, am I playing wrong? Like, no, you're not playing wrong, I guess. But you're definitely not doing the things, you know, you're not going out of your way to make it better for people. And I was like, I want to make it better for people with Cap. How do you do that? And the dude was like, the way I used my Cap was range build. And I was like, why? Like, I feel like the shield throw is just a secondary, like, uh-oh, like, get a lot of guys out of my face kind of thing. Because that was my playstyle all the time. This is insane, to be honest. And yeah, just so it started getting me thinking, like, playstyles. Like, am I going to change the way I play for the gear? Or am I going to, like, make the gear make me play a certain way and stuff like that? A lot of those internal moral questions that you have about video games and stuff. And so, like, for me, I was like, I just want to do, because I like playing with people and playing multiplayer mostly. You don't get, nothing beats a human being, right? When it comes to, like, video games, I think. Like, if they suck, that sucks. But if they're really good, it's like, oh, hell yeah. Like, you can do some crazy stuff. And you can, like, make it somewhat cinematic, and with the combos, like, hey, you get this battery effect, I'll get that battery effect. I am just like trying to round them up here, you know, and you coordinate on that level, and it makes it really awesome and really cool. So, which in turn to do that, you gotta like learn all that shit and learn what you're talking about, and learn it to the point that you can come up to strangers and be like, yo, do you want to play this game? Like, oh, it's all fun, like, yeah, until you run across the players who actually care and like wanna speedrun tachyons or you know, whatever, just play at that high level, because I don't think it's gonna be this easy for the rest of the time in this game, you know. Like, it's, I mean, I am getting my ass whooped, don't get me wrong, but that's why I've never done heroic gauntlets. Why do I have Iron Man? That's the thing. Yeah, this is a bust on the heroic gauntlet. Wow, I'm gonna have to change the title of this. Why do I have Iron Man? Black Widow? Oh my god, what did I say? What did I say earlier? What did I say earlier? I was like, we do not want to get to Black Widow, guys. We do not want to get to Black Widow. Prince, what's up? Only play people with mics. That is the way to go, for sure. James Seeger, can I join you? Yeah, if you think you can join me, if you're my friends that can join me, I'm down, because this heroic gauntlet is a bust. You know what? I'm actually glad it didn't use that thumbnail I made. Holy crap.
We do not want to get to Black Widow.
I want to say it's like Earth 2020 or maybe.
Prince, what's up?
It's for the MCU's number. I feel you, Super Saiyan.
Way to go, for sure. James Seeger, can I join you? Yeah. If you
Capcom makes lots of orbs for others to use their heroics more, but so can Hulk's Thunderclap. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I know what you mean about Cap and him being the slowest character, but he's super solid for combos and range. Exactly. Just from my experience. Right. Shield throws also, and then also you got to incorporate like how much does that individual play the game too. You know what I'm saying? Shield throw is also a great way to spread status effects. Yes, exactly. If you kick the shield into 5 enemies, they all get cosmic. Anyone with a negative side effect like Thor or Hulk get, yep, battery effect. See, that's what I'm talking about. I still see people in some threads asking like, what is battery effect? Explain that to me. There's something within the
Yes, exactly. If you kick the shield into 5 enemies, they all get cosmic.
I'm really surprised there's not a glossary. Like, some of the funnest elements about this game are not outspoken. They are not shown. They are not expressed within the game. We'll just fucking close it off with Black Widow, whatever. I had Black Widow's challenge card the other day, and it was like quickly defeat like 5 vaulted enemies. And this was yesterday, and I was like, oh yeah, you can vault over enemies. The little, like, dodge into them, and you, like, jump over their shoulders or whatever. And it's just like, I never do that with anybody. Do you guys do that? Cap, Widow, Miss Marvel are all great support characters. Yeah, I've never played Miss Marvel. Only in the, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Only in the campaign. The game should explain it to them. It very much should. And I'm not saying like in like red letters across the screen like, hey, there's a battery effect. Like, no, like in a cool little glossary in the options page or like in the data page, you know, intelligence files. Like, oh, here's Black Widow's combos. Here's Thor's combos. This is their combos name. And then within that, you would have people talking about their own combos. Alright, so here's the thing. If you're in the Devil May Cry community, whenever they talk about combos, they don't sit there and talk about like square, square, triangle, circle, or whatever the combo is. They sit there and they say the name of the character's moveset. So like, I don't know, like, fuck, man, I can't even name a Devil May Cry combo right now. But it's like, has to do with like decks of cards with Nero. And they'll be like, yeah, I do round up, and then I like finish off with whatever. And it's like, what? I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. Because I gotta go look up those combo names, basically, or those moveset names. But when you're playing on different consoles and stuff like that, like, it's good. It's just that one combo name, and that's what it is. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is they don't have that for this. And if they had that for this, people would be talking about that. Like, oh, my favorite Thor combo is square, square, triangle. And it's like, you know, forward, hammer, dash, or whatever. And you just call it the combo. We're running through this bitch. I've actually found it somewhat difficult as well. Oh, maybe it did. No, it didn't. I've actually found it somewhat difficult as well, like talking and playing this game at the same time. Usually I can do it with certain games, but this game, man, sometimes I totally whiff things, and I'm like, oh, I'm not playing as good, or I'm not using all the... Like, I am super strong when I'm this, invisible, and I just... But then I'd be like so super fucking focused on it. Sometimes I can't get on the mic because I'll be talking too much. And I won't be paying attention. But yeah, kind of goes on with the campaign as well. I like mentioned it in like my last weekly update video or whatever, where it was like, if you could play the campaign right now, people would be like, yo, dude, just got done with my second playthrough in the campaign. Like, I loved every Kamala scene or whatever. Or like, oh man, that ending got me. I'm super pumped about it. Or like, oh, the MODOK boss fight was pretty fun, actually. Like, no, you gotta go look it up on YouTube. That's a shame, man. You know, within the community, you can't talk about that stuff. Whatever. Intel, just to let you guys know, Intel released some sort of like inside thing. They like sponsored them and sponsored this game, I guess. And it was like an inside look at like some of the devs and why they made certain decisions and stuff like that. Nothing major, but I found it somewhat interesting. It gives off that like I don't know, if you didn't know the whole, if you didn't understand this game, like, it would sound like, ah, that's pretty cool, you know? But at the same time, you're like, I get what you're saying. It's fluffed up, but I get what you're saying. Like, I see what y'all are doing, but just one of those things. Plus, like, posting more on their YouTube and stuff. Like, that's what they need, man. They need people talking about it. Like, they need people, like, content creators or whatever. I don't know. Like, I don't fucking know. I don't, dude, come on. I don't know, for real. I'm just stupid here. But, like, pictures are a good thing. I like taking pictures myself. I like photo mode. I like looking at other people's pictures, especially when they doll them up and stuff and, like, send them out or whatever. I really like that. More of that. You know, there's, like, a bunch of those little subcategories about games that, you know, that give conversation to what the game is. And I feel like this game is missing some of that, especially due to the fact that it's a superhero game. Like, I love the audio files, particularly. Yeah, builds. Jamie. Oh, let me catch up to chat real quick, guys.
An elite AIM team is close by and on alert. Updating your HUD.
Voltic is awesome against the spinners. Hey, Diz. Got you, got you. I was inadvertently using battery effect for a while. I think it builds community. I think it builds community when we explain these aspects to each other. That is true, Jonathan. That is a very true, yes. Exactly. Right. So, yeah, I guess I was kind of saying, like, why don't they just give that to us? But which in turn the community does it itself. Yes. Not happy about the state of this game at the moment, Mike. What do you think the future holds for it? Whew, that is a question that I could discuss for a hot minute. Jamie, for real. Hulk is a great support as well, but I made him, and so I'm biased. I feel you, Jonathan. I love Hulk. Hulk is my favorite in the game. Who's yours? Hulk. Hulk and Thor are fighting right now. I tried Iron Man last night, and I was just like, I get it. Like, I like Thor and Hulk. Has anybody gotten the nameplates from the harm room? Yes, the Intel files go hard, Jonathan. Yeah, they do. Okay. Jamie. Say to the game in the future. Okay, so it's kind of tough to think about it where it's in terms where it's like that far in the future. Like, I personally have an imagination that looks up to Black Panther, and that's pretty much it for now. And I feel like that is Spider-Man also. Spider-Man, Black Panther, whatever that timeline is. That's about as far as I want to think, because I feel like anything else would be asking for too much, and if they didn't deliver, it'd be a disappointment. And it's just like, you know, expectations low, hopes are high kind of thing. But I do not think Kate is a make it or break it character. I do not think I do feel like she is gaining other players' interests. I do feel like it's a step in the right direction. Cloning Labs 2? I don't even know anymore about that stuff. Who knows? Like, if we don't see it mentioned by Friday, and if we don't hear anything mentioned to it on the dev stream, then I'm just going to be like, whatever about it, and just focus solely on Kate. The only reason why I want Cloning Lab so bad is because I like that team aspect stuff, like I was explaining earlier, kinda. And I feel like that'd be like, oh, that little next step in the team thing. Once Kate hits, they said shortly after they're gonna show off Hawkeye, so that's like cool. I don't know how shortly after. I wanna be optimistic and be like maybe before 2021. Like maybe a tease or a trailer. Maybe December's War Table could be Hawkeye. Okay, so I got rushed in that one. 3 down. First heroic gauntlet, guys. Watch me now. Watch me now.
I don't know how shortly after.
The harm room nameplates? I don't know. Morning bot? I don't know. Yeah, so to hit on some audio files, I'm not gonna like terribly. If you guys are in the Quinjet, right on. DJ, oh man. Like this dude, for example. DJ understands it, knows exactly which missions to rush. He understands it. So it's like, hell yeah, I like me some DJ. Yeah, if anybody, I know like the JS Gamer, James, if you are in and you can join, go for it. Alright, so let's look. Who do I have here? Black Widow? I am so done with you, girl. I'm sorry. Like, I was all about you a week ago, but we're moving on. You're just so precise. I need to work on Hulk desperately because he's just, you know, look at the old 24 power level. Eesh. Later, Kamala. I know I'm going to spend some time with you. After Kate, maybe. After Hawkeye, maybe. Somewhere in between there. We'll be good. We'll be good, you and me. Alright, we'll go Hulk. I want to change him up a little bit. Oh yeah, so diminishing returns. That was like 30 fucking minutes ago. I was talking about that. So diminishing returns. If you reach soft caps, if you reach a certain... Like... I had too much intensity on Thor, and I didn't understand it at first. So basically, you level up to a certain amount, and then if you level up after that cap, you're only going to receive small increments, and it won't be worth it in the end. So it's just level up to that cap, keep it good, spread out your other abilities or your other numbers, you know, to those other stats. But then it's like, the gear that you pick up, I like some perks and how they like correlate with other gear pieces and stuff. Like I had Might on him a second ago and I was like, my D is like Valor and Valor, Resilience, Armor, 0 Resolve for health. Because I'm thinking,
I like some perks and how they like correlate with other gear pieces and stuff.
I honestly thought, I was like, I should just put up some gameplay and just sit down and chat with people. Alright, so we're Hulk. Let's see who's in here. Let's see who's on my friends list, who's on. Oh, come on, let's do the, I feel like this needs a little touch up too. I might be like asking for a bit much, but, and it's probably because I play Warzone a lot, but seeing all their stats and like all their stuff, being able to join or leave their game, a party basically. So if like me and a buddy were in and we were looking for multiplayer and we had 2 randoms and we wanted to get out of that group after we beat the mission, it would just send both of us, but sometimes it doesn't. Okay, I only got 3 on. We'll go, we're gonna go Hulk. We're gonna have some fun with Hulk. I really feel like smashing stuff. So we're gonna go Hive, Elite. Challenge 4, because we like it. There he is. And then I will, okay, yes, I got you, dog. I got you. And then I'll invite DJ. So don't start nothing yet. Alright, James. Spider-Man. Oh, pretty excited for Spider-Man 3, not gonna lie. I was talking a lot of Spider-Man last night, boys and girls. Yes, James. Yes, yes. I try to find you, James. I think you're like offline, you sneaky devil. Yes, Roku. My Hulk does need work. I was like, I'm gonna focus tonight when I stream on one particular character, and it's gonna be Hulk,
Pretty
because
excited for Spider-Man 3, not gonna lie. I was talking a lot of Spider-Man last night, boys
because
and
I need to
girls.
get there.
Yes, James. Yes, yes.
Not gonna lie,
James, I think
I've
you might be
neglected a
following
little
me,
bit
sneaky devil.
on this game.
Yes, Roku,
Probably
I hope
should have been playing a little bit more than I did.
tonight when I stream on one particular
Okay, that's perfect because DJ is Cap.
because
So, oh my gosh, last night, last night, I had Roku. I think that would be awesome is where to look at your buddy's gear as well and help them out. And they're like, in Destiny 2, yeah, exactly, Roku.
I did.
James is streaming as well. Twitch, YouTube, which you prefer?
So, oh my gosh, last night.
Yesterday my buddy, he was
Last
like,
night,
he had the game when
I
we
had
played earlier,
Roku.
and he was like, yo, I'm
I
playing
think
again.
that would be awesome
'cause I
is
wanna
where
get
to
ready
look at
for
your
Kate, and I
buddy's
was like,
gear as
awesome.
well and help
Let's
them out.
play.
They're like,
And we
Destiny
started
2, yeah,
playing.
Exactly, Roku. James
And I was
streaming
so
as well.
fucking excited.
YouTube? Which
Because
YouTube?
he's like a close buddy of mine. We like play video games all the time or whatever, whenever we can.
Yesterday, my buddy
And he's not
was
like he could play video games like mechanically, right?
was like, yo, I'm playing again.
And so I'm like, hell yeah, he's gonna get into this, and we're gonna be like,
And we started
ding 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 ding. You know, we're just gonna be synced up, and we're gonna be balling. All right, granted, look, he hasn't played in like 2 months or whatever, like since the end of September at least. And let's get into the war table real quick. DJ, I saw you, brother. Stand by for invite. And so I started going off, and I told myself, I was like, all right, be chill about it. And I'm like, he's gonna play with me. And so I was just like, so dude, what's up? Whatever. We go on, and it's a cool little conversation at first, and we're talking Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I was like, let's do this, bro. And he was like, all right. So we started our first mission. And I was like, yeah, so you're Cap, huh? And I'm like, I found Cap to be a better projectile player, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah, I just press square, whatever. Like, he didn't give a shit. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, he didn't give that off, obviously, because he's a nice guy and he's my friend. So, good for him. And also, he just doesn't give a shit to where he'd just be like, just let this dude talk. Because he's, you know, he's like that. Really nice fella, this guy. This friend I'm talking about. You'll see him, probably. And so I started talking about a bunch of shit, about a bunch of in-depth shit. Shit that you only give a shit about this game if you are playing it regularly and you want to maximize damage and stuff. And he was just like, he had it after like after 2 matches. It was great. I was like, I fucked that up. But whatever, that was just a funny story, I thought. And it did not end how I thought. Alright, James. Whenever you want to, if you want to pick one, I'm gonna send one more invite to this guy. If you want to pick one, brother, I'm so down for like a hive or something crazy, you know? Something just like enemies upon enemies. I was taking a lot of pictures of enemies lately. I was expected to see a little bit more variety than I thought. But I did see variety. And the graphics are good. And let's get in the old social here. Sorry, fellas, not trying to be rude. But taking pictures of the enemies, there is enough variety to that if you're paying attention, you see the difference. But because this game is so fast-paced, you're not really gonna pay attention. So it does feel more like they're the same enemies. But when you get close up on them, they're pretty impressive.
But taking pictures of the
Or like take a picture of them when they're full blown,
variety,
regular human looking faces, and then like shoot them a couple of times, or you know, bust them up a few times, let that armor break off, and then look at them closely again. It's like there's a difference there. I found pretty interesting.
they're the same enemies. But when you get close up on them, they're pretty impressive.
I mean, I feel like it's just probably because I like
when they're full blown,
a lot of like, I don't know, some people just don't like taking photos.
and then, like,
No, no,
shoot
no,
them
no,
a few
no.
times, or, you know, bust them up a few times, let that armor break off, and then look at them
Challenge
closely
4.
again. It's like there's a difference there. I
Like a
found
little
it
fucking
pretty
kid.
interesting.
No. No, it better be on challenge 4.
I mean, I feel like it's just probably because
Yeah, and because War Table's tomorrow, I really feel,
taking photos. No, 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 no.
I hope it's something more than just a like, hey, Avengers,
Challenge 4.
here's new skins and here's like some basic stuff. I kind of hope it's, you know, something juicy in there.
Yeah, and because War Table's tomorrow,
I'm down with it. I'll follow.
I hope it's something more.
MC Shadow. Yeah, we can actually. Want to do Elite Hive Challenge? Yes, sir, James. You got it. That's the ticket right there.
I kind of hope it's, you know.
Yeah, if you could look at your buddy's gear, that'd be excellent. I definitely believe that as well. Like, I got the mission for you, son. Like, let's grind these tachyons. Let's grind this. So I just found out if you want that trophy for the shield where it's like 50 caches, that mission is... Shit. I forgot. You run up, you help some shield people, and then you like free a prisoner, and then you like do something. It's like in a fire forest, and Kamala makes that joke. He's like, it's getting hot in here to Iron Man, and Kamala's like, not in this forest. Oh, he says it's like cool or something like that. She's like, not in this forest because, you know, it's on fire. It's like a cute little joke that Kamala says. That's where you get that trophy from. And I was like, those shield caches? I thought it was those boxes, those DNA boxes. I am good here, James. Did I press the wrong thing?
Not in this forest. Oh, he says it's like cool or something like that.
I'm ready to go to an elite hive. If everybody is ready.
That's where you get that trophy from. And I was like,
yeah, Jonathan, the tachyon for shield cache. Yeah, I did not know. I thought it was literally the blue ones. Challenge 5. Do they got it? Is there War Table? Yes, James. There should be a War Table blog. That's the thing. War Table blogs. Like, I call it a War Table just like run of the mill. Every Thursday is a War Table blog. Blog. War Table events are the big ones. Like Kate Bishop's War Table event. So the War Table blogs which is just like what I think is just like the weekly checkups. Like the weekly, this is the marketplace. This is they give you everything that is like on your screen when you turn the game on Thursdays. So, but they also give you like those little bit, you might pick up some little bit of somethings, you know, in there. And then we didn't have a dev stream Friday, and they set it for Friday, and then whenever the stream was supposed to start, it just went to next Friday. The schedule did. And I was like, what? But it was holidays, so totally get it.
You know, in there. And then we didn't have a dev stream Friday. And
DJ on Kamala.
set it for Friday.
DJ, I was doing with DJ Tachyon grindings. The dude's quick, hard to keep up. He was capped too. That's what I mean, man. Like, the game is changing right now, dude. I was wondering, oh, this is a thing too with the Iron Man thing, with the unibeam off the chest. No, James, I have you mute right now because I just kind of want to pay attention to chat just a little bit. I will put my mic on here shortly.
Dude's quick, hard to keep up.
For sure
He
then.
was cat too.
Yeah, give me challenge 5 for sure.
Man, like, the game is
Um,
changing
I
right
feel like
now.
photo mode is a little bit better too. I used to get the characters like vibrate a lot on their
The unibeam off the chest.
like on their skin and on the outsides of their lines or whatever, and it doesn't do that anymore, or it does it better. And then I started looking up, I was like, can you implement a change without a patch to video games? And if they're run on a certain server, or if they're run like,
I feel like photo mode is a little bit
I'm getting into territory where I don't know where I'm talking about, guys, okay? So it's just like, because you got games like Division and Destiny and all that kind of shit.
And it doesn't do that anymore, or it does it better.
Can you slip in these little additions to games like these without people knowing?
And if they're run on a certain server, or if they're run like,
That made me curious.
I'm getting into territory where I don't know where I'm talking about, guys. Okay, so it's just like, because
I think you can. I don't know though. I think you can, but it can't be big. It could be probably like a little bit adjustments. Yeah, their outline used to be fuzzy. Yeah, Morningbot, did you notice anything curious?
That made me curious.
Oh, DJ, you're Super Saiyan. Got you.
But it can't be big.
Yeah,
It could be
he's an
probably
athlete.
a little
He's
bit-
an athlete
Yeah, they're
We have
for
located
sure.
an
All right, hell
archive
yeah.
That's building
Did you notice
adaptoids.
anything?
Let's pay the place a visit and take it offline.
You read my mind.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This game is fun, no doubt about it. I've been seeing some new people pick it up, stating that they're new and bought it, and they were like, "Yo, I'm having a pretty decent time. Like, I kind of don't know what people are saying. People are talking about." I was like, "Cool."
For sure. All right, hell yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it. This game is fun. No doubt about
So
it.
the other day,
Seeing some
I was talking to a buddy, and I said, if this was another game with another skin on it, or like it was not Avengers,
Be careful.
I said I wouldn't
This
play
is
it
one of AIM's higher security
because,
hives.
you know, the just what it is right now. But then whenever I get on some characters and I play them and I switch over to another character, that whole feeling I've mentioned many times before,
So the other day,
I'm like, dude, this is awesome, actually.
this was another game with an-
And
I've marked the elite
I feel
hive
like
entry terminal
I need to
on
take
your
that
HUD.
statement back,
I said I wouldn't play it.
because if another game played like this,
So just what it is right now. But then whenever
I was talking with Carlos yesterday, actually, and we were like, this is kind of the first game of its genre.
Get me to that terminal.
This gen, I would say this gen, just because, like, is this like a different genre type of game? I mean, you okay, looter shooter or looter hacker, puncher, whatever, right? I mean, but I don't know. What would you call it? Has there been a game like this before? Just curious. I don't think so. I mean, I'm not like the smartest video game dude out there, but I played a decent amount of games, I would say.
right? I mean, but I don't know.
Takedowns, are those usually just strong, or is there some way to like understand how much a takedown will actually take down?
I have bypassed elevator.
That's another question. Along with that Iron Man question too. Is Iron Man's triangles precision, or are they melee?
Strong, or is there some way to like understand how much a takedown will actually take down?
Remember, we are entering
Didn't
one of
they?
AIM's higher tier hive facilities.
Jonathan, with the Iron Man Unibeam deflection off Cap shield, yes, they did. That works. Do we have an Iron Man? Do we have a real live human being in that suit?
AIM scientists are fighting AIM forces. They want to defect. Help them.
A bunch of flyers here. The small little dudes. Do they get tinier if you... Probably not. Probably not. I just can't do that. I just can't sit back and just point and shoot. Just... I don't know. It's effective in some situations, and that's cool, and I dig that. Tactical stuff. But if I wanted to, I don't know. If I wanted to shoot stuff, I'd play Destiny, I guess. Or Call of Duty.
I'm beaming with pride.
Not that I'm saying that's like a wrong way to play or whatever. But if you are shooting anything in this game, it's more like a semi-automatic gun. Beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. That was so awesome.
The scientists are safe. Sending them pickup coordinates.
Like a little hold square on a car and Hulk could pick it up. Yeah, I totally feel that, man. Traversal sometimes is a little rough in this game. I particularly had a bad time with Black Widow occasionally. The way she like sticks to walls is just like I get it because you go to stick to wall, and if you want to jump up, you like have that opportunity in the pause to like jump up and grab the ledge. But she'll stick to it even if you're like brushing a tree against your shoulder. She'll like do the whole animation. And it like takes your flow out, and you're like, ugh. So it's like you want to avoid a bunch of that stuff. She does backflips if you just tap circle. I thought that was cool.
I can infiltrate their security system.
The little explosion barrels are great. I like those.
Head for the terminal so I can get you inside the lab.
Let's run it. Let's run it. Pinging. I don't do a lot of it. Unless if we are like in vaults, I guess. Or like open missions. Brawler looter. There you go.
Is equipped with a multi-point authentication system. I need access to multiple terminals.
You want to get my Hulk Buster? Iron Man's triangles are precision. Alright, alright. Might increase his takedown damage. Oh, that makes sense. The more value you have, the more damage your takedown does. Okay. Okay, so two answers there. I'll get back to it. I'll get back to it.
Beginning infiltration.
That was crazy. She was ready to take those two on, I know it.
That helps, thank you. The shutdown protocol is progressing. AIM has initiated their shutdown protocol.
So heroic gauntlets, I have seen. I'm gonna have to work with those, obviously. Those are difficult. That's exactly the difficult that's like the difficulty that you want, I would think, with multiplayer.
I'm inside AIM security system.
Like, I kind of like it when enemies stack up and, like, one throws a punch and then the next one throws a punch right after it. Next one throws a punch, and it's like, dude, if you're not pushing the dodge button or the block button, like, you're gonna get walloped. I do like that. Except for when I get hit by them all, and then I'm like, oh, it's so cheap. But you know what I mean? I like that. You gotta, like, really... really be on it, I guess.
AIM is trying to remove me from their system.
I was watching some Hawkeye comic book stuff the other day. I think it was, I got the name wrong last night, so I hope I remember it tonight. Matt Fraction by Matt Fraction. It's the drawings you see in the Kate Bishop trailer, where it's the white. I'm about to die. Where it's the white background and then it's the bullseye. And what that story was about. Hawkeye is like the landlord, I guess, of these apartments, and it gives off the vibe of like he's a superhero. He's a human Avenger, but he's a superhero. And something happens where he basically becomes the protector of this like Russian gang apartment complex, whatever. And it just shows, I guess the comic is trying to portray not only an artistic style, which I thought was very intriguing and plain yet detailed. God damn it. But like the human side of it's just like any good that you do, whether a human or like a god like Thor or whatever, like you're doing good in some sense. And being a hero is not all what it's cracked up to be, because he's like, oh, he's getting fucked up. That's where he goes deaf and stuff. I was like, dude, I like that aspect so much about Hawkeye, that he's deaf and he's able to do like all this badass stuff. Like, I think it's so cool. And I didn't know Hawkeye went deaf until like way later than when it happened. I think this was a 2014 or 2013 comic book, so that's when that happened. And I remember not finding out about it until like 2016. I was like, what? I thought that was so cool. Yeah, there goes all your life. That's awesome.
You need to access the terminal to reach the turbine.
But yeah, it starts off with him like falling out of a window, and it's just like human, like, you know, it takes that Avengers facade away and makes it like one of those like kind of down to earth, gritty, whatever style. Introduces Kate, and then she like goes off into her own comic book line. Something like that's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. As much as I don't like getting hit, I do like the little I'm damaged, I got hit from behind or the front animation from the characters. It's like they really get like... About to die again. I told my buddy last night, I was like, don't be afraid to back up. Don't be afraid to like roll out and go get held.
You disabled a turbine.
Valor increases crit damage. So if your takedown crits your Valor, you give a big boost to higher Valor. Okay. Because with Black Widow submachine guns, you can activate a takedown like no other. It's just like real easy to do. Especially if they're in a group, it's you activate a takedown on all of them. The circle triangle, or you know, whatever you're playing as. And I don't know if that's like one of Black Widow's... Like, if that is that some unsaid thing about her machine guns where it's like it activates takedowns very easily? Or is that because of a stat? I was curious about that. Alright, there we go. You know when you hit that flow and it's like, yeah, you got it. Like, I get it. I get it. I get what I'm doing now. I can't believe the heroic gauntlet. Like, I feel so upset about that. Not like, you know, boo-hoo, but it's just like, man, I really thought I was going to do it this week, guys. I really thought so. That's okay. I got you.
I can't believe the heroic gauntlet. I feel so upset about that. Not like, you know, boo-hoo.
More still, maybe?
The generator is no longer functional.
Yeah. What did you expect this game to be? I ask myself sometimes. I don't know, not this. But I can't imagine what I thought it would be anyways. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'll just take it.
Good. We need you, man.
Future Imperfect Hulk. I think he looks sick. Sick as in, or sick as in, like, that's fucking badass. Roku. If you have high intensity, maybe, but I've also noticed that as well. Probably does a lot of stun damage easily to regular enemies. Exactly, like... Yeah, I wonder if there's some sort of, like, hidden stat or, you know, just, like, that's what it's for. You know, like, oh, Black Widow. Like, Black Widow is, you know, she's an expert marksman. And this would, like, go into her character's lore. She's an expert marksman, so her submachine guns, something, you know... like triggers weak points or some shit, you know. And then you're like, oh, okay, I get it now. So like, if I'm Black Widow, I want to be that character that in a way supports my friends to get enemies to be stunned, so I can get all these activations on takedowns so we can recharge our heroic orbs, yada yada yada, you know, the loop. And that's how you would do it. Because I'll be machine gunning the shit out of dudes while a Thor is hammering away, and the takedown will go up, and I'll be like, ooh, a takedown. And then the Thor will get it, obviously, because he's going ham on it, and then the takedown appears. Of course he's going to take it. But, yeah, correlate that with your team would be cool. Like, alright, guys. Watch out, let me get my submachine guns in there. They're like low on health, or they're a little bit stunned by your other power attack that you did, or whatever it was. You know, help each other out in that way. You could be rotating quick on enemies, I'm assuming. This is all like, this is all talk. Never really like, tried it that precise, you know. Like, get Hulk. Run into the bad guys. Throw them up in the air with your whole triangle. Taunt them all at first. Whatever. You know, just get them all in on you. Pop them up into the air. Caps R1. Call it a day. Never done it. I would like to. I did do the Iron Man shield thing. Yo, Pewter Odin, what is up? What is up? Dude, is that, is your picture, Sam from Metal Gear Revengeance or something like that? The other cyborg with the Muramasa blade? She-Hulk. Imagine having a Hulk and a She-Hulk in your group. That would be nuts, wouldn't it? If she is something similar to Hulk, maybe change, you know, obviously they're going to, I feel like they will change. Like, I don't think that Hawkeye will be similar to Kate. They will be similar, but I don't think they'll be, like, the same. I'd be very surprised if they're the same. I'd be very surprised if She-Hulk's whole triangle is this. Be very surprised. And I would be very surprised if Hawkeye has one of those like 1, 2, 3 arrow type of burst. I don't know. Honestly, I'd be very surprised. Disappointed? But surprised, yes. Sick as in badass Roku. Okay, cool. Just had to make sure. If Maestro Hulk will be a weekly new villain or skin, and that's it. Yeah, I don't know how they're doing Maestro Hulk. But I feel like this is another discussion we were having last night, trying to talk about the whole what was going on. So something at the end obviously has something to do with Hawkeye. I think of Kate Bishop's, right? So you fight the super adaptoid, whatever the fuck, get out of there. You fight him. It's hardcore. It's crazy. It might come from the future or whatever. It's a cosmic origin. Because AIM was in the comic books. I read this yesterday. This is why I know. The super adaptoids, and I'm sure you guys know as well if you guys like are into comic books and stuff. But the super adaptoid, AIM used what is the word? Some type of molecule, unstable. There you go, unstable molecules. Put it in some metal, and then like put some program in them, I guess, to like make them copy the Avengers. But that unstable molecule came from somewhere else, and I think it's that it says the cosmic cube in this wiki page that I read, but I'm thinking it might be from whatever MODOK had in his head, whatever that was, or whatever. So anyways, you fight that, and then at the end it's like Clint gets sucked in through some portal, and they're like, no, Hawkeye, and he gets thrown into some like messed up future, right? And then the Hawkeye DLC, you spend time trying to get back. Like you probably solve whatever problem that's going on there, like save the people from Maestro Hulk or whatever it is, whatever the problem is happening. And then you like make it back at the end of Hawkeye. So I thought that was interesting. I was like, that could be how it goes. Like, and I wouldn't mind that because that sounds super awesome. So it would be like a mix between Old Man Logan a little bit and Future Imperfect, and I can't personally say this, but I think my buddy said Secret Avengers, something like that, because the Secret Avengers has some time traveling stuff, like some time traveling plot that has to do with that kind of stuff. I don't know, but it all sounded very cool to me. So I was like, that'd be cool. Nick Fury, he's gonna be like, you motherfuckers need to get out of time. Oh, a She-Hulk dropkick? They could too, dude, Pewter, because Black Widow's got that sprint triangle, which is her dropkick. But if they gave it to like She-Hulk, I could see like I would be like okay with that. Maybe a small little different animation, because she does, Black Widow does it and then she like kips up off the back, which is pretty fucking cool. But if She-Hulk, she just like slams into the floor or something, that would be sick.
Updating your HUD.
Black Widow's got that sprint triangle, which is her drop kick.
Hey! Where did this thing come from? Hello, pal.
Here we go. I got you, James. I got you. I'm the Hulk Buster. Ooh, I feel extra heavy. Ooh, hey, that is sick. I honestly, oh, that's cool too. Okay. Yeah, I don't really play as Iron Man too much.
Hey, that is sick.
Took me, backhanded me. Does that act as a shield when you dodge with that? No, it doesn't. Oh my god, no it doesn't. There we go. Yeah, you see that yellow glow? What is that? I've been seeing that on enemies a lot without the drone flying around. Yeah, the cosmic cube, Peter. Yeah, the cosmic cube, which is not an Infinity Stone in the comics. I was playing some Marvel Legos the other day. Pretty interesting, not gonna lie. They really got those story beats. I wonder how they received the rights. Marvel was like, you can use all the actors' voice lines in your game. Like, Lego must have paid a wazoo for that. You were taking me, Adaptoid. You were taking me to a house. So 151 is still a beefy level.
Another agent down.
Like Lego must have paid
Well done. Squad member has been neutralized.
Why did you guys take a break?
Thanks, Kamala. I think Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, is going to be pretty awesome. I feel like she might be like a Iron Man mix, Iron Man, Captain America mix. That's kind of weird to even think about, to be honest, but Kree, man, they're coming in. And if the Kree are coming in, Captain Marvel's coming in. The Kree are already in. They're not coming in, they're in.
Carol Danvers is going to be pretty
An
awesome.
ancient Kree robot that has been in there for a long time. Oh yeah, audio files. Shit, I was gonna mention that.
Good work. I will stay alert
So,
for any new elite hives that appear.
I'll tell you one little side piece that I learned and thought was pretty interesting in the audio files. So Loki, right, the Thor impersonator.
An ancient Kree
Yeah, Kree Sentinels, yes for sure.
that has been
This could be a teaser to Thanos if they are following comic storylines like they did with Loki. Yes, exactly.
so
Okay, the R1L1 rocket special, James. I got you.
files. So Loki, right? The Thor
Yeah. What was I saying? Something about the Kree, something about Carol Danvers.
Yes, for sure. This
I'm
could
ready
be
for
a
anything,
teaser to
James.
Thanos If they are following comic storylines like they did with Loki. Yes, exactly.
Damn.
Okay, that
I was like, oh yeah, audio files.
I got you.
So the Loki storyline is basically, I thought this was interesting. AIM, Monica, head shit. She had some sort of subordinate scientist that was really researching into Asgardian stones or tech. And she found it interesting, but this scientist hid information from Monica, but gave her like the usual updates or whatever, but was doing her own thing. And her name is Gamble. Something Gable. Helen Gable or something like that. And basically she started a cult. And so that's why in that Thor mission under the cave you see like all the writings on the walls and the rocks and stuff. And she takes like a group of scientists with her basically to like be as her subordinates for the cult and things like that. Anyways, in the comics, she ends up finally going to Asgard or something, or they experiment on all these people, and she was one of the 3 that survived in these experimentations with the Asgardian stones or whatever, and she gained like super strength, and you know, she like looks like an Asgardian basically. Anyways, that's Loki's doing. So it's just like, I want Asgard in this game so bad. I do. Loki as a boss, that would make sense if there's like multiples of him or whatever with his like holographic change or whatever. Like have the cool ass settings like the Rainbow Bridge, like have some setting where you're like, I don't know, the throne, you know, just stuff like that or whatever. I think would be cool.
Loki as a boss, that would make sense if there's like
To add like Marvel locations. I think about Wakanda as well. Like, make it like some jungles, like, or palm trees, or whatever type of environment that is, you know what I mean? Like,
We've never seen
open,
anything like this before.
but then
You'll be
you
equipped with sensors
make that
feed
nice and
into the glass.
intriguing with
The
the
data
high
should help us
tech,
trace where these disruptions are
vibranium,
coming
and
from.
all that kind of
You'll
shit.
have to
So,
work fast.
To add
like, make it that big difference of like, okay, so it's outside, and then,
as well. Like, make it
I mean, okay, I guess this is kind of like that. You know, when you're in the forest, and then it's like, oh, now it's high tech stuff. Okay, but different, eye-catching. When you're underwater and you go by those glass windows, it's just like water, empty water.
and all that kind of shit. So
It's like, throw a submarine in there, throw some security somethings up in there. Like, I don't know. Like, when I walk by that window and it's literally straight in front of me, you know, you want something that, and they do it too on the helicarrier. If you're looking out the window,
We're dropping you
if you're looking out the window, like, two jets fly by, and you can tell that's like a mechanic that they like set in, like, oh, when the character's facing this way, or they have it set in where it like comes by every so many minutes or whatever, and it's like, do that kind of stuff. Make that water look cool, like a submarine, or like a, I don't fucking know, you know, some sort of AIM vehicle that's like
Mark the facility on your
keeping
HUD.
guard, I guess. I don't know,
Thank you for doing this.
like the jets,
Least I can do.
big ass shark or something.
Things seemed hopeless. Just knowing the resistance was out there.
That priority mission this week is actually pretty fun, from the depths, and it's probably just because I was Black Widow and I can't fly, but I like how you climb the steps, make it to the thing. Okay, we want to follow Cap. Oh, he's doing stuff, it looks like.
To prove AIM is hurting Inhumans?
Aim
I
keeps
just thought it was a
us
little bit more intriguing,
We haven't been able to get anything solid.
different to the level
Except the
escape.
word of the Inhumans.
You can like,
That's not enough.
you gotta climb up the things, you gotta climb up the stairs.
Trouble nearby.
To destroy the little batteries, you gotta get invisible with Black Widow, and it's just different. It's got a different flow to it. It's got a different setup to it. Got to do different things.
So you've been building the resistance in secret?
I was even with a strong Thor, and I thought he was gonna be able to make it through the lasers, and he couldn't. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I gotta go invisible,
After we realized nobody was
because then it's like, how would you do it? The Don Poncho,
There's a
nice.
chest with gear close by.
Because then how would you do it? Without Black Widow. Hulk and Thor just like running in there.
Strong Thor, and I thought he was gonna be able to make it through the
Let's
lasers,
do
and he
this.
couldn't. And I was like, all right, cool. Gotta go invisible.
All right, let's get everybody in here. Oh yeah, that's right, my Hulk. Okay, okay. Yeah, Black Widow's like an assassin. She just takes one dude out at a time. And my might was pretty high, so my takedowns would be killing dudes with 75% health. And I was just like, whoa, Black Widow. So she is just like an individual type of enemy.
Defeat them, and you may gain something useful.
feeling pretty crappy.
I gotta stop using that heavy finisher. 30 seconds, 20 seconds. I got one real quick. Nice. Look at them rockets. This part's always wonderful.
Apparently,
That did not go as planned.
What do we do?
You destroy the two transformers.
I have 30% more durability on this large debris, so that's why it hasn't broken yet, hitting all these dudes. I see you, Black Widow.
This might hurt.
That's another good thing about Black Widow too. Her invisibility is so useful. I mean, as I've been talking about it, but it's useful in many situations. That's what I found to be interesting. It's situations that you wouldn't think it would be useful, but like that, it's like they couldn't see us, so we didn't have to. We could do it at our leisure. We could do it whenever we wanted to. Instead of like, okay, let's either do it as fast as we can, or let's just kill these guys first. But with invisibility, it's just like, yeah, you can just do it however you want, whatever is your convenience. Really.
Instead of like, okay, let's do it as fast as we can, or let's just
Nice. I think I have it.
Let's do this by the book.
That did it. Let's get in there.
Alright, nice. Pewter? Okay, I got you next time, for sure. Right after this one. Get ready to see multiple Kree Sentinels. Okay, right. In the audio files, Monica is afraid that aliens will take over. That's why she was talking to her future self. Yo. That's interesting. Yeah, because in one of her audio files, she's like, she was so interested about the alien tech. She's like, basically, we just have like an endless amount of supply of this metal, basically, from the Kree or whatever. Pretty cool. Monica. Yeah, there's a different. So there's one where it's okay. So it's Monica, and then there's some other chick too, who is like
Records show a secure
important also in AIM. I forgot. I feel like she, maybe it is that Helen Gable girl I was talking about. I'm not sure exactly. Okay, so yeah, like with Hulk, I'm like, okay, he's kind of tough to get into certain tight spots. And so, which I just kind of noticed, like, you know, pros and cons type of thing. For each character, once again, very interesting. I would definitely say Thor is the better overall character. Variety, strength, fun to play personally, like, because he can fly. His precision's good and quick. It's not terribly slow. It's not too fast. Just enough combat variety to keep things interesting. Rowdies. I could have broken through that glass. Oh yeah. That camera is so weird with Hulk. Not happening with that. I'm ready to head to the next room. Yeah, I didn't really like the Captain Marvel movie, actually.
You sure this is the
I
right
thought it
place?
looked cool visually. I thought all the animations and like all the Super Saiyan power-ups were dope.
Oh, they'll get
But the movie itself, I just was like, I don't know. I just didn't care for it too much. I like her character a lot. Like, I like how she's like a badass girl and stuff like that. And she's like, I'll take it. I'll take you on. Which is dope because that's how I like remember seeing Captain Marvel in the first place, was like, she's like a go-getting girl, you know? And they do that, which is cool, and I like that. She is strong, so she's gonna act like it, which is cool. But just like they did obviously the thing where it's her first movie, so it's like you're not gonna see her full potential until the very end for a split second, or like a good just like small thing. I wanted more of that, like in Endgame, and you get that in Endgame actually, because it's fucking badass in Endgame, I thought. But yeah, and I feel like Hollywood they don't understand, like, whoever is doing this computer animation stuff or actors or whatever, like this will sound so stupid if I could even explain it. So like now we're in the days where actors, they gotta like act like they have powers, right? Like, and I'm sure if you guys like anything like this, I'm sure you were a kid once and you're like, this is how I would do it, right? This is how I would like have powers. And I just feel like, you know who does it good though? Anyways, actors don't do it well. And they don't make it seem like they're really controlling shit with their mind. I know this sounds ridiculous, but hear me out. The dude who does it good though is Michael Fassbender, the guy who plays Magneto. Like, he really, like, moves his hand and body like they're really, like, oh, I can control metal. Sounds so fucking stupid, but anyways, yeah. I don't think, like, I guess I would say Scarlet Witch's actress, what's her name? Olsen girl. She, like, pulls it off pretty well because of, like, how it is and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. So that makes sense, I guess. You know, but you can really tell when the actor thinks one way and then like the CGI is doing something else. And you can see that kind of a lot in Marvel or any superhero movies, just because they got a lot of that kind of stuff happening. Or like when they're looking at CGI characters, it's like they're not looking in that character's eyes because they don't even know where the character's at. But if you know, watch the movies as much as I do, you're like, oh, that's bullshit. But yeah, Michael Fassbender. He moves that satellite in first class like it's awesome. You see that? That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm almost fucked up. Or I am.
Don't blink. This'll hurt.
That's the thing too, while you're playing, it's hard to actually tell, like, alright, I got him with Cosmic, I need to make sure my life goes up with every hit. Like, I'm not looking at my life all the time to know. So maybe that's bad on my end, just because I'm like trusting that stat to be good without like actually noticing the effect. Eesh. You know, that's gamer problems. Perfect Magneto, I agree, Pewter. That whole train scene and the helicopter sequence and the Dark Phoenix. Gee, Matt, you fucking got that? I don't care what people say about that movie. Whatever. It's not that good. Whatever. That scene, I got. And I mentioned that to somebody else who was like a pretty big X-Men fan. And he was like, yeah, whatever about that scene. And I'm like, dude, if you don't understand at least fantasy-wise thinking what is happening, like he is literally going up against a cosmic being, and Magneto is the guy who controls metal. He's like the master, he's the pro. Anybody who else controls metal wants to control metal like Magneto, and he is holding a helicopter against a cosmic entity, the Dark Phoenix, and you could just see, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just Michael Fassbender's good acting or whatever, just like understanding like what's going on. But dude, yes. I mention shitty movies on here all the time, like Fantastic Four and stuff. And there's some good moments in there too. But yes, dude, that scene where he is like going all out, and she is like, I think there's even a shot in her face where she's like, oh, what? And he is like really trying to save those people, and he's like really, you know, he's like a peaceful dude at the time or whatever, and he's like really, I don't know, that scene is epic, man.
There's some good moments in there too, but
When he throws that helicopter, I was in the theater, I was like, yo, yeah, exactly, man.
she's like,
And he's like yelling at the same time too. He's like, "Get out of here! Like, what the fuck are you guys doing?" You know? And he just like,
save those people, and he's like, really
yeah. All right, Pewter, real quick.
like a peaceful dude at the time.
Turn matchmaking off, guys. I want to send Pewter a friend request real quick. Odin's son.
When he throws
Yeah,
the
his veins were
helicopter,
popping. Yeah, dude.
"Oh, yeah,
Yes, exactly. I like Michael Fassbender a lot.
and he's like yelling
You ever
at
seen
the
Assassin's
people,
Creed?
"Oh,
Everybody gets
what?"
whatever. I love all that shit. I love the Doom movie too. So
Yeah.
I get why certain things are bad, but at the same time, Pewter, can you add me?
Send Peter a friend request real quick?
Throw me a request.
Yeah, his veins were popping. Yeah, dude.
I actually,
I like Master.
this is not some cool ass story. This is just some like I heard a guy about another guy kind of story.
I love the Doom movie.
I was talking to this dude when I
I get why
was hanging out with some friends. This was years ago, and he was a production manager, set manager or something like that for like small time like stuff, but he was trying to make it big time, right?
This is just some like I heard a guy about another guy kind of story.
Yeah, Pewter, if you could go Thor, that'd be cool. I kind of want to stay on Hulk for a little bit, get back into the rhythm with him.
And he was a production manager,
And anyways,
set manager,
uh,
or something like that.
he was like, yeah, like the way he worked, he was like, I was just living out of my car, blah 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 blah. But I would always get invited to these parties and stuff with like the workers or whatever. And he was like, he was like, and Michael Fassbender was there, and that dude was just, he was literally the best part of the party, like whatever. He was like fucked up and stuff, and I was just like, dude, that is sick.
Like the way he worked.
And he was like telling me about it. He's like, I'm not trying to brag, but I'm like, dude, even if that's a fake story, that's a pretty cool story. Pretty cool story. But it seemed like it was pretty true because he was describing certain things and like certain things that he was doing and stuff. I was like, that is pretty wicked, man. It was down in like Houston or something.
Whatever. He was like fucked up and stuff, and I was just like, dude, that is sick. And he was like telling me about it. He's like, I'm not trying
I
to
got
brag,
you. That's
but I'm
you,
like,
Pewter.
dude, even if
Isn't
that's
that a type of
fake,
metal?
that's pretty cool story.
Pewter City? Or am I thinking Pokemon or something?
But it seems like it was pretty true because he was describing.
Yo, where did you guys? I've seen a lot of these dudes with
It was down in like Houston or something.
with these Avengers tags, like these Avengers buddy names.
Isn't that a type of metal? Pewter City? Or am I thinking?
All right,
Pokemon?
JS Gamer, DJ. All right, stand by, guys. I'm gonna get Peter in here. I'm rolling out. Y'all should stop. Y'all should quit for sure. Veto. You can't veto. You can't do a whole lot in this. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get Peter back in here. We're gonna get James back in here. We're gonna get DJ back in here. Initiative, what is up, brother? I was hyping you up earlier. Initiative is actually the guy I was talking to last night, guys, about all this Kate Bishop stuff and just, you know, going into it. We were having a good time theorizing certain things. I don't like this setup either. Like, why wouldn't it send me to social? Like, you know, like I'm inviting friends, it should send me to this screen, so I understand. You guys are offline. You guys are sneaky, huh? Do I have to look for you guys? Or maybe you just guys aren't showing up, and maybe that's why it does put it over here.
Why wouldn't it send me to
Grey God, still gotta play with you. DJ Initiative, I will so get you in here, Carlos. I will definitely try to.
You guys are offline. You guys are sneaky, huh?
There we go. Oh, look at that. He is streaming.
Or maybe you just guys aren't.
That's
showing up,
cool.
and maybe that's why it does.
And then we're missing one. Puta with the X. There we go. Streamers. That's what I'm talking. I love that, dude. I love it.
I would definitely try to.
There we go. Invite sent. toss it out.
There we go. Oh, look at that. He is streaming. That's cool. And then we're missing one.
Yeah, I'm wearing a Superman sweater for Marvel too. I was like, oh my god, am I breaking the rules, yo?
Streamers. That's what I'm talking. I love that, dude. I love it.
I'm just a fan.
There
I'm
we
just
go.
a fan of it
Invite
all.
sent. Toss it out.
Black Panther's moveset. Cannot get that out of my head. It's going to be like Captain America, and it's going to be like,
Breaking the rules, yo.
I don't know. It's going to be awesome, though. It's going to be awesome, though. I'm concerned about Spider-Man swinging a lot. Very concerned about it. I feel like I know what they're capable of, and it might not be as good as what I'm expecting.
Black Panther's moveset.
But at the same time,
It's gonna be like Captain America, and it's gonna be like.
they might be able to do it good just
I don't
because
know, it's gonna be awesome though. It's gonna be awesome though. I'm concerned.
there's some swinging and grappling in Black Widow that I really grab onto, and I'm like, I like this. And she hits those swings and she like zips up how she needs to, and it's done pretty good. But for Black Widow,
they might be able to do it good just because
we're looking for DJ. Yo, DJ.
There's some swinging
Spin
and
that.
grappling in Black Widow that I really grab onto. And I'm
Friend
like, I
invites are
like
currently
this.
unavailable.
And
Please
she
ensure
hits those
matchmaking
swings
is
and
okay.
she, like,
We are
zips
good to
up how
go.
she needs to, and it's
Doesn't
done
make any
pretty
sense.
good, but for Black Widow. We're looking for DJ? Yo, DJ.
Oh, I think he was done for the day.
Spin that. Friend invites are currently unavailable. Please ensure matchmaking is okay.
Oh, or he's like fixing his stuff. Okay, I got you. Yeah, dude. Yeah. And so one thing I was thinking about too, like while you're streaming and you're playing with partners, you got chat, you got partners,
Or he's like,
you got to divide it up in between. I just don't think I'm on that level yet, guys. I don't think I'm on that level yet. Especially if you got other streamers that are streaming. And it's kind of like one of those unsaid, like,
with partners.
yeah, all right, we're good. Like, we got this, right?
You got chat, you got partners. You got to divide it
But
up.
on the other hand,
I just don't think I'm on that
you
level
can have some
yet,
pretty
guys.
cool conversation with
I don't
one
think I'm on
another.
that level yet.
Hey, what's up? What's your background? What do you do? Why do you like it?
Other streamers,
Love that shit.
other streamers.
I love saying that shit too. Well, I'll tell you. You got 5 days? I'll tell you why I like this stuff.
We're good. Like, we got this, right?
Like I feel like there should be some sort of leader or something, and like, or some sort of main control
One another.
party leader.
What's your background? What do you
Party
do?
something?
Why do you
I don't
like
know.
it? Love that shit. I love saying that shit too.
Because
But
it's
I'll
like
tell you,
anybody
you
can
got
pick a
5
mission.
days,
Anybody
I'll
can
tell you
pick
why I like
whatever.
this stuff.
It's like a free for all style, I guess. Pretty cool. I'm with it.
Like, I feel like there should be some sort of
Earlier today, my Thor heroic rating jumped to 19k. Pewter, how is that possible, my friend?
leader.
Man, the potential for the game is there. I'm really excited for the magic user. I want some more Scarlet Witch. Gee, I feel you, dude.
You can pick whatever.
I do want Doctor Strange to be in this game. I forgot if he's on the list for those leaks or not, but if he was,
Earlier today, my Thor heroic rating jumped to 19k. Pewter,
I
how is that
think
possible, my friend?
if it got to characters like Doctor Strange, this game would truly be something different.
I want some more
And depending on how his like kit, his combat kit is. Hey, baby, look at us. Dun 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 dun. You know, depending on how his combat kit is. Because if he's teleporting people, or if he's making those tentacles of whatever, and he's got all that kind of different stuff happening on screen, like, I don't know how that works, which is very interesting because he's a character that can make it like super nuts, you know.
Depending on how his combat kit is.
I don't know if they'll ever go over 4 players.
Tentacles of
Vault?
whatever.
I'm down for anything, guys.
And he's got all
Elite?
that-
I
all
love
that
me
kind
some
of different
elites.
Stuff happening on screen, like
I like a Volt too. Volts are pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie.
Character that can make it
Just because the exploration in the beginning is fun, and then by the time you find the shield cache, you're like,
I don't know if they'll go.
oh,
I
now
don't
it's
know if
combat
they'll
time.
ever
So
go
pretty cool.
over
Pretty
4
fun.
pillars. Vault down for
Yeah, Up from the Depths, pretty fun one. I like it a lot.
I like a Volt too. Volts are pretty
It's
fun.
guaranteed.
Just because
Spreadsheets.
the exploration-
Oh man.
Every time you find the shield
Yeah, I had a buddy try to explain that kind of stuff to me when I was a young like just started getting into RPGs and like certain things like that. Bloodborne, Dark Souls and stuff like that. The moment he said spreadsheets, the moment he said data miners, I was like, that doesn't sound like fun to me. That sounds like a lot of like particular shit that
I had a buddy try to explain that kind of stuff to
you got to go out of your way to learn, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm doing it for this game. But it's cool though, and I get it now. And I do really feel like I kind of like bypassed or misplayed some games improperly due to that fact. Maybe judge them unfairly. James, Ghost Rider in this game would be chef's kiss, my friend. Chef's kiss. To me, Doctor Strange works better as a Defender solo act than an Avenger. Okay, okay. But he would definitely draw more to customers and players, and I would still love to play as him. Let's do it. I feel your initiative, a little critical thinking there, like as an actual character, yeah, he's definitely top tier. Wouldn't need him, type of thing. Whenever I watch movies with my daughter, she's 10. We were watching Amazing Spider-Man the other day, and she was like, well, where are the Avengers? And I'm like, do you want to have a talk about dimensions real quick? No, Dad. You know, whatever. But, yeah. Doctor Strange. I really liked his movie. I thought his movie was much better than I thought it was gonna be. A lot of good lessons or whatever, a lot of good moments in there. The visuals were good. I like what's his name? Mickelson. What's his name now? You know, Death Stranding or whatever.
It uses a great deal more power, though it's
Dormammu.
unclear
I thought they were gonna go with the
why.
flame head. I thought Dormammu
Can't
looked
afford
weird.
to let AIM make all the toys it wants to.
Roger that.
But I get it. Not hating anything against it. It was just like those purple waves. Like, whoa, dude, that's crazy.
What's his name? Mickelson?
Come to bargain.
What's his name now? You know, Death Stranding.
Savage Land Pewter, yeah, that'd be cool. Fighting some dinosaurs or something. Like, yeah, that would be sick. Or like beasts. Yeah, Ghost Rider. That's why I say Ghost Rider would be just like, I could see a sequel type of stuff. Like, there's some characters where I'm like, ooh, that's sequel character stuff. Ghost Rider's one of them. Silver Surfer would be cool if they like expanded out. I really like Silver Surfer just because I like the idea of like the dude can go anywhere. Yo, the red and the woes. Look at that. The red and white ones. I like rarely see those outfits. Are those the Verizon ones? Or something?
Oh, you picked the wrong ship.
No, the red and the woes.
Get me to that terminal.
The red and white ones. I like rarely see those outfits. Are those the Verizon ones?
Thor and Iron Man already over there because they flying high. Yeah, seeing your buddy's build would be so cool because then you could be like, oh, I like that exotic on your Thor. Like, where did you get that? I mean, obviously there's the spreadsheet or whatever. You know, there's like the Bible. But then you could, you know, engage in conversation, what have you.
I have managed to bypass elevator security.
It'd be so cool because then you can do I mean, obviously there's the spreadsheet.
I really like that Super Spy Black Widow skin that's in the marketplace right now.
Engaging conversation. What have you.
Yo, Tim, what is up?
While you work your way down the hive, I will attempt to gather more information.
Savage Land, X-Men Expansion, Initiative. You already know, man. You already know.
I really like that Super Spy Black Widow.
Cap would say something like, "Oh, it's good to get in the outdoors," or some corny stuff like that. Like, "Oh, sun feels nice."
An elite AIM team is close by and on alert. Updating your HUD. Every member of the elite team must be defeated.
That was weird. Oh, he's sliding. Oh, can I not grab the seed? Nice. Thor? Holy crap, you're stacking them. For real, you're stacking them.
One of their agents is down.
And you can't even sue me because I don't have money now.
Another agent down.
Okay, I'm like, I remember Hulk.
The team are no longer a threat.
Okay, I remember Hulk.
Some of the epic levels from Marvel Heroes Omega would be so sick in the Avengers game. Man, I jumped on that game so late, I feel like I missed out on that game too. I jumped on that game. I had Beast, I think, for like my starting character. I don't know why. I just like that he like would breakdance fight, I guess. I like Beast. He's cool. And then it cut. The servers cut a week later, and I was like, "What? Like what?" I was ready to, because I was like debating, like I'll spend some money on this game. It's like a free game. Like any money spent, like if a game is $60, like I could spend up to $60 and feel okay about it, I guess, with this game. And then the servers cut, and I was just like, "Oh, I like feel like I would have had a good time with that game."
And then it cut. The servers cut a week later.
And I understand that it got servers got cut due to shit. I don't know why. Something with the suits, something with the guys up top or whatever.
You need to access the terminal to reach the turbine.
But yeah, I like how they had that like cityscape and stuff like that. Patrol mode in this game would be awesome. Like patrolling around, maybe having like random abominations drop in. Random taskmasters drop into the street like, "Oh man, they know you're here and they know you've been, you know, working this area, so like incoming. Here's a random abomination fight."
Patrol mode in this game would be awesome.
Taskmaster.
Like patrolling around, maybe having like random.
Destroy the turbine.
I feel like the warbots have to stay on whatever level they're on. I feel like they're like just too big of an asset to put on a different level. That's why you fight the flying bot in the parking lot and stuff like that, and you always fight that same warbot in the same exact spot outside of the garage with the other warbot in it. If you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think those are just like crazy big assets that they just can't move. I like those boss missions actually. I think they're pretty fun. One cool piece of gear I did like with Black Widow was it was armored around allies. And so I would have a defense buff on like all the time just because I was close to people, which was cool. Like, I wish Hulk had one thing where it's like, I guess that wouldn't make any sense though. I was gonna say maybe like his Gamma Burst, his parry, like does some sort of status effect instead of breaking or break blocks or whatever. And then Hulk would be like generating like gold particles or something. That'd be sick.
I wish Hulk had one thing
The generator is no longer functional.
Hostile!
like does some sort of status effect instead of breaking.
I still get some of that here and there. Still get some of that here and there.
Then Hulk would be like generating.
Imagine fixing the bugs for Kate. Alright, so we got a character who teleports. Not only does she teleport, she sticks arrows inside enemies and those arrows have to stay there. And then she teleports, don't forget, she teleports.
And sort of vague.
I'm working to find specifics.
They do a lot of
But
teleporting
network
in this
security
game.
is proving annoyingly
Or like
impressive.
Thor's
Keep digging,
Bifrost
Jarvis.
and stuff like
We'll
that.
keep fighting.
Imagine fixing
get
the
crazy.
bugs for Kate. Alright, so we got a character.
I'm
who
invisible,
teleports.
dog.
Not only does she teleport, she sticks
Oh, never mind.
arrows inside enemies and those arrows have to stay there.
But yeah, I hope that there's not... I bet her limit is her intrinsic, obviously, for the teleportation. But I hope it doesn't take away from her traversal, like double jumping or dashing in the air. I think dashing in the air is very
These
cool.
enemies must be defeated.
Can you do that? No, you can't do that. Circle in the air, I guess. B in the air, whatever you're playing on.
But yeah, that there's not. I bet her limit is her intrinsic.
Oh, this way.
For the teleportation, but I hope it doesn't take away from her traversal, like double jumping or dashing in the air. Dashing in the air.
Here's the thing, too. I want this game to do good. So Square Enix, by now, they even released a report earlier this week. I guess this is news, but I just didn't feel like it was big enough to make a whole fucking video out of. Square Enix released some more information about their sales and stuff. And basically they were saying that they wanted to get players back by DLC. And it's like, that's a good statement, I guess. That's true, and that's obviously, you know what I mean? Is it a yes or no, and whether or not they're gonna just like scrap it because it like isn't doing as good or whatever? I feel like the conversation about how bad the game is has lessened a lot since Kate Bishop. That's just me personally, whatever. I feel like it's kind of one of those things where it's like they had plans. It feels like, at least, I'm totally guessing. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Just speculating. It might have been something about that. It was like, so we're trying to make this game, like you need to make it like this a certain way, then we'll release it, and then you'll have an opportunity to work on the rest of the stuff. And that rest of the stuff is no doubt about it. You're going to be able to work on it, no doubt about it. Like, here's assets and money for it, or whatever it is you need. And then like COVID hit and like wildfires hit and all that stuff, right? I feel like getting players back with the DLC is the only route they can take for this game to make money back or whatever, you know? So in that regard, it was one of those things where it was like, hey man, we plan on the DLC to bring back players and like stuff like that. And it's like, so you're saying you hope to bring back players with the future DLC that you had already planned out.
But you're,
I don't know.
I mean,
Once again, I just feel like it was one of those like just mass audience responses where it's like, dude, no joke. And I feel like if they did cut it off after Spider-Man, they had to have taken such a hit if they like pull the plug after Spider-Man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I wonder what the people at Marvel think about it too. Like, I get that it's like video game publishers buy rights to things and stuff like that. But it's still Marvel's name on it, and it's still like it's like, this is what Marvel is in the video game world. Like, oh, but they got Spider-Man, they're doing like Spider-Man on the good side. They're doing that justice and stuff, and it's like, yeah, that's true, okay. Is Avengers one of those games where you just kind of like sideswipe it and be like, alright, that didn't work out, like we can make up for it or something, like, but the thing is like, what other superhero video game stuff are they going to do besides Spider-Man? Kind of like, what other video game stuff DC is going to do besides Batman? That is like if Suicide Squad came out right now, or Gotham Knights came out right now and had the same reception, right? You'd be like, oh, DC, I guess superheroes just shouldn't make games, right? I feel like superheroes have a good place in the video game world, personally. But it's just one of those things that I kind of like think about, where it's like, there's no way they would let this fail. But then you look at certain, like, to me, like, and this is mainly probably because I don't have a clue what's going on behind the curtain, nor who the people are, or business acquisitions, what they're interested in on that type of level with Marvel, or Crystal Dynamics, or Square Enix. But why Crystal Dynamics in this game? Why Square Enix? That's what's weird to me.
Every member of the elite team must be defeated.
But that's why it's like, could they pull the plug? Maybe. After a certain amount of time, if they don't. I wonder what's the cost of, like, what kind of number are we looking at where they like, yeah, we're done with this. I feel like it would have to be like a super low number, a super terrible number. I was on, man, I was talking to somebody about this not too long ago. I'd be interested to check it right now, actually. The Steam player count for this game. It was a lot higher a few days ago, like 1,200 I saw. Good stuff. I feel like I've said this before, a lot of people probably didn't give this game like a very good chance in the beginning.
Enemy spotted.
I feel like I've said this before.
I hit almost 2 million damage with Hulk. Time to switch it up with Thor. 2 mil? Holy crap, Peter.
I'm glad we get to hang out.
The second I platinum Omega is when they shut it down. Oh, perfect timing. Marvel Heroes Omega was such a good game. I missed that game. I feel you, Tim. I remember playing it for that week, and I was like, this is perfect for me. Because I'm not into a lot of video game. Like, I'm not into any particular video game at the time. And then I remember, because I booted it up because I was searching in the store, and I was like, this looks cool, man.
If you can gain control of AIM's network
Oh, I didn't see you
temporarily,
be stuck,
I
James.
can infiltrate
Jacob, what's
security
up? Welcome back, welcome back. Oh, I see that comment, Roku. I so want to get into that here in a second. Let me just get through this. Yeah, like, I do feel like they had some stuff with Kate, some stuff with Clint kind of worked out. Whatever it was with Black Panther and that reveal at that one war table, they said that it's like they changed it. Like, I don't know. I'd have to really go back. I have a picture of it somewhere. I'd have to go back exactly why. Or was that one of those things where it's like, let's just throw some Black Panther shit up there and, like, you know, because I mean at the time of Chadwick's, you know, untimely death or whatever, like, did they have Black Panther earlier than anticipated?
I don't know. I'd have to really go back. I have a picture of it somewhere. I'd have to go back.
Oh, Hulk got computer.
What was that one of those things where it's like
AIM's network is equipped with a multi-point authentication system.
Yeah, like when I think about cloning labs, I'm like, yeah, okay, Kate, man, that's it right now. That's the word right now is Kate.
did they have Black Panther earlier than
I'd be surprised if cloning labs didn't come out within this week or next week,
Access to the terminal. You cannot let
but I wish we had word. That's why I say something interesting at the War Table blog. like I was talking about earlier, is they might like get a little something something like, yo, like strap up for this weekend, get your buddies on the line, like we got cloning labs coming your way. Like that'd be so cool. Like, yo bros, y'all want to grind some cloning labs and like get ready for the super adaptoid,
I'm inside AIM security system.
which would be cool, I thought. Alright, Roku, I think the devs had at least a year of DLC down the pipe from that character leak months ago. Yeah, exactly, man. Okay. Exactly. Assets already in the game. You got files in the game already. I went through not a lot, but enough to be like, alright, I'm bored of this. Or whatever. Like I didn't find anything interesting enough to be like, oh my god, you know, but I found some stuff where I was like, alright, and I was looking through it enough to where it's like, okay, that I get what that is, I get what this is, it's interesting, but it's not really my thing to like just sit there and look at individual icons and pictures and stuff like that. But I did see a bunch of other stuff that was just like, whoa, like this is, why is this in the game already or whatever. Pretty cool. Shush you. Yeah, resets happen at, I don't know exactly. Whenever the timer is down on the marketplace, we'll be able to see it.
AIM security network.
That alarm was for the War Table vlog. I don't know why I have it at 12 o'clock at night. Who is my favorite Marvel hero? I don't know, Jacob. I'd probably have to say with Spider-Man just because he's OG. He was like one of my first, like I wanted to move like him. I still want to move like him. Like I just, like I like the eyes and I like the look and the ability and the struggle. Oh, Peter Parker. Yeah, I like Spider-Man a lot. It's only when I start to get into other characters and focus in on like and have that time with them. Blade is one that like I feel like a lot of people overlook. Yeah, but I get it's just like a vampire thing. But I don't know, like the first Blade movie to me was like I fucking love that movie, man. I like ran the VHS through on that movie, dude. Quotes, like I don't know, the movie just goes hard, dude. For a Marvel movie. I don't know, I love the first Blade movie. I didn't know I liked Doctor Strange as much until the movie came out, which is another cool thing. And then just like hearing them make the comic books, like, you know, they were just tripping on something. Seems like it. I've seen that be said about those Doctor Strange comic books, which is interesting back in those days. Which is kind of like what was happening back in those days. Like, yo, bro, let's create some stuff, man. Eat some of these shrooms a little bit, bro. Yeah. Doctor Strange, dog. Like, let's make some of the trippiest shit. Like, and I bet they listened to, like, Beatles and stuff like that during that time. You know, all that trippy stuff. That's what Doctor Strange reminds me of. I like that. Like, I like a lot of DC, though, too. And that's, like, another thing. And I guess that's why it's kind of hard for me to pick, like, with Marvel. Besides, like, I feel like Spider-Man is one of the more famous ones, obviously. And, you know, cause I'm trying to fit in there to be like, you know, I'm different, or whatever. I'm different. But, yeah, last stream I talked about Iron Man, and I'm just like, I like what he's got going on and stuff like that. I like the idea, but I don't, I wouldn't want to fit in his shoes. I wouldn't want to be him. And like, it's different with Spider-Man because I would want to be Spider-Man. I would want to do the things that he does. Thor would be cool too. Thor is pretty tight. But favorite Marvel? I like Daredevil too. Like, I don't know. There's just these little things about the characters that make them really cool for me. Man, that is a tough question. And I want to give you another answer besides Spider-Man.
One of their agents is down.
Like, I always thought Ghost Rider was really gnarly, and I really want to get more into his comic books because I really dig, like, that kind of stuff, that theme of storytelling of, like, gods and angels and demons and stuff. I really like Darksiders. I just, like, find that stuff, like, super fascinating. So, like, that side of Marvel, like, heaven or hell or what kind of, like, beings are beyond that is super cool to me. So yeah, I really like Ghost Rider too. Nicolas Cage. Fuck yeah. But like who else, man? Oh, I totally Oh, Thor got him.
Team are no longer a threat.
Oh man.
So yeah, I really like Ghost Rider 2. Nicolas Cage.
I think Kate, Roku says, I think Kate in 10 new story missions, hopefully like 5 story missions and 5 missions for co-op. I like that idea a lot. I really do. Same, but these were some good games. Spider-Man. Like, I used to play Maximum Carnage back in the day. Some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill. You goddamn right, Roku.
Impossible to say.
I think Kate.
Aim's
You
resources
goddamn
are
right.
infinite, but they are
I like it when he gets shot in the chest.
Something tells me they're building more.
And he turns around. He's like, motherfucker, you out of your damn mind? I like that a lot.
Saying that these were some good.
I liked it because it was so gritty and hardcore. It was like the dude was burned. Like the dude blows up in the sun. Like Deacon Frost, I fucking love that dude. Oh man, he's a good villain. Like a little whiny child, but I like him. I remember being like, who plays that dude? Steven Dorff. I'm like, okay, Steven Dorff, I got an eye on you. Batman and DC's GOAT. He is. I kind of get annoyed of it a little bit, but I really, really, really like Batman as well.
Like a little whiny child, but I like him.
Okay, we had 2-piece.
I remember being like, who plays that dude?
Some motherfuckers always try to. I can't get over that. I can't get over that. Moon Knight. I'm very interested in Moon Knight. Also, Pewter. Yes, he's like Marvel's Batman that kills. Yeah, Super Saiyan. Yes, awesome DJ. Thanks for joining, man. So good to have you come by, man. Cloning Labs. Cloning Labs. Okay, James. A marketplace changes every 6 p.m. in the UK. Not sure. I think it's like at 12 in the afternoon for us. I'm not sure. It's always 6 p.m. every day, every Thursday. Weekly. Blade was the first R-rated Marvel film. Crazy thinking about it now because we have many R-rated superhero films. Dude, Blade set the stage. That dude was like the scene when Deacon is walking through his little penthouse and then Quinn is getting some, you know, he's getting some dome or whatever. And as a kid, I didn't know that. I was like, oh, he's making out with a girl. How crazy. And then when I watched him, I'm like, oh, there's a girl there. And there's a girl there. I'm like, what? And then when I was like, got to the age where I understood what it was, like I used to watch it all the time. And then whenever I got to the age where it was, like I would be like, what are you watching? Nothing? Just at those certain scenes. I don't think my parents gave a fuck though, to be honest. Let's pick up some dailies, Pure. I'm so down with that, bro. I might need to go to a I might need to go pick mine up real quick. So let me head on over to the Substation 0. Another hub. I don't really mind or nor care for another hub when Kate comes out. I feel like Black Panther would have the hub. Like another hub. There's a lot of hubs, not gonna lie. I saw an idea people were talking about. Yes, he does, Jacob. Yeah, Peter has the Verizon skins. I like those skins, actually. The only thing I didn't do was buy a lot of 5 gum. Oh, what was I saying? Shit, I forgot. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, a lot of people saying like maybe it'd be cool if you could create your own shield character, like your own
Yes, he does, Jacob. Yeah,
regular soldier, I guess.
I like those skins.
But you still play as the Avengers, but you have your own shield character to kind of like, it's like the side thing that you got. Okay, so this light bulb, I swear to God, they put it here at this height on purpose for this, whatever it is.
Like your own.
Why? Why does it gotta be?
But you still play
That
as
is
the
just so
Avengers.
random.
You have your own shield character.
You know those random things in games where you're like, that is too perfect of a spot
Use
laid
an
out. Like it's
Avenger
too
on it, you know?
on the nose. That is what
Okay,
that
so
light
this
is.
bulb, I swear to God, they put it here at this height on purpose.
Like if you're playing Call of Duty and you're looking down a window and it looks like that tree looks like a character, it's like one of the devs were sitting in that room, in that same exact room.
You know those random things in games?
That is so cool.
There's two
And he was like, yo, make that tree look like a human being. To trick him. Like, it was specifically placed there for a reason.
if you're playing Call of Duty and you're
Excuse
looking
me,
down
Thor?
the window, and it looks like
Nice suit.
that tree looks like a character. It's
Hey,
like
Avenger,
one of the
I
devs
got
were
a job
sitting
for
in
ya.
that room in that same
Oh, a
exact room.
bomb.
That is so cool. And he was like, yo,
Let's
make
do
that
it.
tree look
Let's
like
see
a
if we can
character.
get somebody else in here for a
To
quick
trick 'em.
second.
Like, it was specifically placed there. for-
Squirrel Girl. That'd be cool, just like having a bunch of little dudes becoming Captain America. Very first movie. I'm talking about 1994 version, Tim. Woo! I've seen some clips, I think. I think it was a movie or a show. He like hits a guy with his shield and he jumps into some boxes, you know, like for back in the day action. Very cool. Very cool.
Girl.
I appreciate that.
That'd be cool, just
I really do, man.
having a bunch of little
The red
dudes
glue is
become-
so clean. Yes,
Captain
especially on that
America,
white.
very first movie. I'm talking about 1994.
Create your own Inhuman. There you go, Morning Bot. Yeah, that's cool. I dig that idea in a way. New hub, treehouse, and all the agents are squirrels. It's like a Loki thing.
Very cool. Very cool. I appreciate that.
Oh, okay. So y'all like know exactly. Hell yeah.
Yes, especially on that white.
Let's look at that. What is that? Treehouse. Let's see.
Create your own
What is that? Like
Inhuman.
Squirrel Girls?
Yeah, that's cool. I dig that idea.
Hideout.
Treehouse. and all the
Treehouse, yo.
It's like a Loki thing.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. So
It just
y'all,
shows me.
know exactly. Hell yeah. Let's look at what is that treehouse? Let's see. What is that?
Oh,
Like
okay,
Squirrel
here we
Girls?
go. Or are y'all just saying a treehouse hideout? Like,
Treehouse, yo.
okay, who's in here right now? Puta. Got you. Done to do a Tachyon rift mission, to be honest. You know what? Let's do this one. I kind of want to do
Or are y'all just saying a treehouse?
this
hideout?
priority mission just to talk about how cool it is, I guess. Because there's more missions. There needs to be more missions like this. And I think that's why they made it a priority mission this week. Because if you've noticed that the past two priority missions, I feel like, have been those a little bit more intricate type of missions where it's like, see,
This priority
there's other stuff here. It's just there's 50 fucking missions that that you play.
More missions. There needs to be more missions like this.
They never specified which Avengers either, so we could get a young Nova. Nova Corps has always been interested in me. I don't dive into it because I don't understand the abilities. I don't understand that like
Missions where it's like
helmet thing.
there's other stuff here. It's just there's 50 fucking missions that.
For Black Panther's abilities, he could have a vibranium that absorbing bullets and then send them back at the enemies. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, Jacob. Something like Hulk's gamma parry burst. But I understand the whole like you have to build up some type of kinetic energy. I am Arab. So yes, I do understand that. Or it's like a meter that builds up and then it's like, oh, like you have enough kinetic energy to release it and then you like click L3 or something like that. Pretty cool. Wolverine's pounce has probably been one of the coolest ideas because I was really thinking about that and I just could not figure it out. Like, what would he do? Like, I don't know. I, I just couldn't get out of my head like Wolverine picking up rocks. Hey, bub. Whatever. I like those fucking movies too. I don't really care what anybody says. X-Men's Origins is pretty solid. Not really. It's not really solid. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah. They were okay. But I do enjoy them heavily. And there's very many good parts in there. Yeah, like the Wolverine's pretty good. Yeah, I like it all. Logan, good. I love it. Yeah, Nova. Like, I really wish they would hit on that a little bit more in Marvel, because I don't feel, to me, that Nova's not mainstream enough.
But I do enjoy them.
Like, is it his helmet that gives him the power? Or is it, like, his, suit? Is he an alien? Like, is he from, like, a different star system or something? I just don't know enough about him. The Nova Corps and stuff. Super Saiyan, random tree in the middle of New York. Need Pim Tech to access it. For real. I like that Iron Man's nameplate. They hide who activated it, so whenever you run out of time, you can't blame anybody. Like, hey, what are you doing?
Random tree in the middle of New York. Need Pim Tech to access.
Oh, last night, speaking of Thor, X-Men Origins Wolverine was okay. I thought the Wolverine was pretty good. Yeah, they're not like the greatest. It has some moments in there, and I feel like they're good enough to be like,
Commander,
I want to
here
watch
to say
something
thank
about
you.
Wolverine
Yeah.
that's
The
not a
Dr. Forson
cartoon,
and your defectors
and
have
that
been
is like
intel.
somewhat,
Yes. Their former employees
you know,
have an
serious or
underwater
whatever.
laboratory working on something to,
Some
and
of it though,
they
yeah,
want
was like
change
pretty
reality
crazy.
forever.
Pretty crazy.
Sounds ominous.
But I mean, we got
Give us
Ryan
any
Reynolds
specifics?
Deadpool kind of
He's
out of it
looking,
in a
but it
way,
seems like
so
AIM
that's
doesn't want
cool.
anyone knowing what they're doing down there.
Last night I was watching
Probably
up
why the
a little bit
scientists
about
involved won
Unworthy
out.
Thor,
AIM has them
and
trapped
kind of how
24/7
that
days
worked.
under
I was
siege.
pretty interested in
Wanna
it.
go in and get them.
Pretty interested in it,
Avoid a war
and
with graves. Deal? Always.
I like Thor's struggle with his worthiness. I really do. I feel like that's something that a lot of people could relate to or something. Anyways, in the story, he obviously loses his hammer because Jane Foster is wielding the hammer right now, and she's the title Thor. And Jane Foster is like sick with cancer and stuff.
As I have no physical location.
So like when she has the hammer, she's like all Asgardian, and when she doesn't have the hammer, she's like sickly.
Time to commandeer a deep sea elevator.
And
Lives never get more normal, do they?
so apparently, and I'm assuming that some of you guys know kind of what I'm talking about when I say different dimensions and different like Earths and stuff like that. The ultimate Thor's hammer like flew through time and space and like landed in this Marvel's story, you know, so it's like another Thor's hammer landed on Asgard, and but in this timeline, whew, man, exactly, Asgard was like destroyed or something. I'm sure we got somebody in there that could help me out a little bit or fix it up where I made mistakes, but so anyways, the Collector wanted the hammer, but he couldn't grab the hammer, so he had to grab all of Asgard. Think Brainiac if you're interested in like DC or anything, where he shrinks cities. And he took Asgard because he wanted the hammer, because if he can grab the hammer, then he'll be like powerful and stuff.
Now under our control.
And but the ultimate Thor's hammer is different in the sense that if you try to pick it up and you're not worthy, you'll die. Unlike the regular Mjolnir, where it's like if you can't pick it up, like you just can't pick it up.
That thing I mentioned?
Yes.
And so, you know, they were talking to the Collector, like Thor was like, why don't you try to pick it up? And he was like, and apparently the Collector is like some Omega level type of being, like level 12 or some shit like that. And super strong, super fast, energy projectiles. Like, I did not know that. I thought he was just a weird guy or whatever. And so he's super powerful, and Thor was like, what did you feel whenever you try to lift it? I guess trying to, like, I don't know, get him to, like, die or something like that, and he was like, the feeling was unpleasant. You know, those, like, he gave off that response. I remember, like, reading the thing, where it's, like, that high and mighty, like, oh, yeah, it hurt me enough to hurt me, or whatever. And I just thought it was cool.
Guards up ahead.
And anyways, the story goes on, and he has an opportunity to like, and Thor's having nightmares. Backtrack just a hair. Thor's like having nightmares basically about his worthiness and like, is he worthy? Like, because Mjolnir kind of has like the essence of Odin within the hammer, and so the hammer is essentially sentient in a sense. And so that's kind of how the hammer gets, like, the hammer chooses who's worthy and who's not, and that's how it knows. It's because it's like Odin's essence, if that makes sense. And then so I guess it might be the same with Ultimate Thor's hammer too, whatever. But anyways, Thor goes and tries to pick it up, and the energy is like surging through Thor, and this is where he has like the arm and the beard cut or whatever. Fucking G. The panels were great. And he even like hooks up with Beta Ray Bill in this story, which is dope. And Thor is just like, nah, dog, this ain't my hammer. And I'm just like, what? And I couldn't get, like, the video kept going on, but I just couldn't get that thought out of my mind, where I was like, dude, like, in the beginning of the story, he was like dying for the hammer, and he was like, I just need my hammer back so I can like basically reclaim my status or whatever, and like feel good about myself personally, obviously. And he was unworthy because he like just thought of it as an object and not like an extension of himself. But anyways, I guess because he learned so many things, and that's what's the thing about the first Thor movie too, where I was like, oh, it's just a lot of bullshit. Like, you get some cool stuff in the beginning, but everything else is like him trying to learn. But that was when I was dumb and young and didn't give a shit about deep stuff. And anyways, and he's like, yeah, this ain't my hammer. Even though he has the opportunity to pick up Ultimate Thor's hammer, he doesn't, and he walks away from it. And like, the hammer knows it's Thor. And so that's why, you know, like, obviously he wasn't going to die from picking this hammer up or whatever, but I don't know, I just thought it was a really cool story where it's like, man, in a comic book, dog, I wonder if in Japan they read comic books like some folk over here read manga. Just curious. But yeah, Unworthy Thor story, I found that pretty cool, pretty intriguing. Something where it's along the lines where I would like go out of my way to buy like a graphic novel if they made one. A hero's struggle, I guess you could say. Like, what could I do here? It's just a bunch of...
Thank you, Widow. You need to shut down the work we're doing here.
How?
Get to the main reactor and steal the X element at its core.
X element? What is that?
Yeah, what is that? X element in this one?
Complicated.
Very cool. This is what I mean.
You won't part with this X element easily. What's security like at the reactor?
Everything here is motion activated.
Like, I just feel like this should be something a little bit more eye-popping. It should be something a little bit more. Like, that's cool and stuff, but what about this? More of this. More of this right here. But, you know. Oh, sorry guys, I'm lagging behind here. Okay, so this is cool. I do like stop every once in a while out here, but like, ooh, you see the lightning come through? How is that possible? I don't get it. Explain the lore behind that. How does Thor's lightning reach here?
Nicely done. And back on your Christmas gift list?
Deadpool in the MCU? Oh my gosh, I hope they don't like tone
The
him
reactor
down.
must be ahead.
I'm detecting high levels of unusual radiation.
Jarvis confused? Oh, that can't be good.
There's a chance
I watched Deadpool 2 the other day. Oh my god.
Avengers.
Oh my god, I like cried in the beginning or whatever. Or, you know what I'm saying. Man cried like, oh shit, no, his girl. Whatever. And after that beginning, so basically what I'm saying is, judge me if you'd like, I don't care. But I was like, whoa, this movie's like really hitting, you know, in the feels. And then after that, dude, after the intro, after the sad stuff, it's like a fucking laugh fiesta. I was cracking. I could not stop. I was like,
And after
you
that
know,
beginning, so
good shit.
basically what
Yeah, Deadpool movies are solid, dude.
like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're really like, damn, feels good to be a gangster. He's like burning down that orphanage.
And then
Destroy them, and the intranet connection can
He like pulls that shiv out of his flesh wallet, and he's just like, oh yeah.
For this widow?
It's so funny.
But stealing something from AIM is always a nice bonus.
And the first one's like funny as well. Yeah, good stuff, good movies. I have a few Deadpool graphic novels myself.
That was one fail-safe mechanism. The next is on
Yeah,
another
super intrigued by Deadpool. I like the whole
Jarvis, how's your connection?
like. There's a book. It's called The Science of the X-Men, I
Don't
think.
let me in on whatever is happening. I will scrap this.
And that was some book I wasn't able to read, but I was able to read a few pages like that were off the internet or whatever back in the day, and that's what spurred on a lot of my interest in these characters. Just because it like put a lot of the science behind like what they were doing and stuff like that. I just thought it was really cool. It's like an unedited typo, full of typos, type of book. I think it's like a paperback book that you might find like a few copies somewhere. I knew that. I saw that. And yeah, I was reading about Nightcrawler and stuff. But yeah, Deadpool's whole brain deteriorating as fast as it's healing is like causing his mental instability. I love that, dude. That's just so crazy. What an idea. What an idea. I really don't think they have put Wolverine's healing factor to the potential that it could be on screen yet. I feel like that nuclear scene got pretty close,
Jarvis, what is this
but I would like to
X
see a
element
little
core
bit more.
exactly?
I'm still trying to determine its use.
I really don't
I'm
think
in
they
some
have
trouble
put
here.
Wolverine's healing factor.
Like Logan, but he's not sick. That's what I would want to see.
I feel like that
Like, I remember watching X-Men 3, not understanding that Jean Grey was, like, basically melting them down to their molecules. There you go. And I was just like, why are they turning into, like, specks? Like, what is that? Like, it's dust, pretty much. And she's just, like, taking them out. Like, out of existence, basically. There we go. And that scene is pretty cool when he's like walking up to her
The X
and
element
she's
is
like
basically
burning
that.
his
If you
chest
put in their computer,
and he's like taking the
or
pain or whatever.
something's money
Like,
is
all right,
small
more of
amounts
that. That'd be
offshore
sweet.
accounts.
Like, show me what,
It'll be
like,
months
how
before
Wolverine
anyone
could be
realizes
a
anything's
crazy
dust.
on the battlefield warrior,
Thought
you
might
know.
be paying attention, Tony. I'm
I read a
sending you
couple
all
of Thor
locations.
comics. He
Give
definitely
me
had a
the
lot
to
going
explain
good
everything.
and bad. Oh, for sure, Tim, for sure.
When he's like walking up to her,
Thor's the new herald of Galactus. Whoa, pewter! And he kills him. Kills who? Don't even say it. But yes, I did see that. I saw the very first little part of it. And like Thor is like has these dreams from like other superpowered beings like Gore, or I guess I don't know if Gore is like strong or whatever, but
Everyone else who's alive.
who else was he having dreams by in that one? Right before Galactus came, or right before Silver Surfer came. Somebody was like visiting him in his dreams and shit.
I've got you beat. We all
Did
it help?
Makes me think about Sandman
a
a little bit. So, side note, real quick, in DC, you know that Lucifer show that's on Netflix or whatever? He's a DC character, right?
I'll think about it.
And he has his own line of comics or whatever, which is pretty interesting. But in that like universe, God told Lucifer that he didn't send him to hell, but in fact hell is just the
Jarvis, any
embodiment
answers for us about
of
X
the
element and
thoughts
what it's
of
for?
Lucifer,
It will
if that
take
makes sense.
analysis and a laboratory to determine for
And it was
certain.
kind of like, I just kind of like
Bring the element
put
to
you
the
in your own
high-pressure
place, and then
container
you
off
made
orbit
that
by now.
place
Can
the
do.
way you wanted it to. In DC, I thought that was cool.
Lucifer that he didn't send him to hell, but in fact hell is just the embodiment of the thoughts of
Like before Gotham Knights comes out, whenever that's going to be,
and it was kind of like
I really need to brush up on my Court of Owls stuff.
The way you wanted it to. In DC, I thought that was cool.
Lucifer is the second strongest DC character. Who is the first? Superman? Superboy Prime? Superman? I love Man of Steel.
Like before Gotham Knights comes out, whenever that's gonna be. I really need to brush up on my
Dun 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 dun. Pewter, let's run a few more, bro. Let's run like let's run our dailies. We did some tachyons. We picked up those dailies, didn't we? Let's run both of our dailies. Let's end it on that. I'm gonna end it on both the dailies. Villain Sector. There's one.
Pewter, let's run a few more, bro. Let's run like let's run our dailies. We did some tachyons. We picked up those dailies.
Yeah, I'm looking to stream tomorrow as well. Probably be streaming slash. I kind of want to do like some sort of Kate video, Kate Bishop video, just because like so feeling her, man. That song in the trailer is just, I don't know, makes me feel good. And I'm glad that it comes as soon as it does. I really like that as well.
Yeah, I'm looking to stream tomorrow as well. Probably be streaming.
When they said December 8th, I was not expecting it that early in December.
Kate Bishop video.
It kind of matches up too very well, like right after the holidays. Like you get a week, like maybe some cloning labs.
Song in the trailer is just
You know what I'm saying? Cloning labs, dog.
And I'm glad that it comes as soon as
I
it
want that
does.
challenge
I really
and that
like
team coordination.
When they said December 8th, I was not expecting it that early in December.
So the Black Widow trailer, like the MCU Black Widow trailer. Oh, I see you, Peter. Okay. Sounds eerily familiar to that. And that is a cool song.
And that team coordination.
It's called like Machine Gods or something. God
So the
Machines?
Black Widow
Something
trailer,
very cool.
the
Very
MCU
like
Black
ominous
Widow
feeling.
trailer? Oh, I see.
But yeah, I really like that Kate Bishop song. I don't know exactly what it is, but that moment when she's up in the air gives me the goosies, and I like it a lot.
It's called
And I'm very intrigued to see just how she's gonna play with the other characters. The teleporting, the bow and arrows, the smoke screen arrows. You're gonna see her be behind you, and then you're gonna see an arrow come across your head, like fly behind you, and then she's just gonna be there, and a bunch of enemies are just gonna be like, poof, and then there goes Cap, ding 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 ding, and then in comes Hulk to clean up if necessary, if even necessary.
Teleporting, the bow and arrows.
Power level low? How's that? I don't get that. How's that possible?
You're gonna see her be behind you.
Some tightening up
and then you're
here.
gonna see an arrow come across
Hopefully
your
with
head,
Kate
fly
Bishop's
behind you,
and
she's
her.
just gonna be there
Hopefully it
for
comes
a
with some
bunch
type of
enemies.
update as well. That's what I'm hoping.
And then there goes Cap, ding 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 ding. And then in comes Hulk to clean up if necessary, if even necessary.
There we go.
Hello? How's that? I don't get that. How's
Dion Sius. Yes. 69. Yes. Dion. I think I over exaggerated some of these names a little too much. Oh man, I'm so looking at my title right now to this video. Weekly Heroic Gauntlet. Trash, dog. Like, I probably should just play Black Widow and like die real quick. I think, let me look that up real quick. I think it is 12 in the afternoon for me. I am not sure. Nah, who cares? It's probably 12 in the afternoon. I was like, maybe I can punch a Heroic Gauntlet out before I go to sleep today. Doubtful. Possible. I guess lesson learned from tonight was that, gots to be paying attention for Heroic Gauntlets. Gots to be. What's up, Steven? How are you doing tonight, this evening, depending on where you're from?
Doubtful. Possible.
Been seeing a little bit more people with mics too, actually, now that I'm seeing Dion with some. I actually jumped in a group. This is what I was saying too the other night about about the whole like team ups, like the team groups, or however the strike team works. I got in a group of guys. There were 2 dudes. They were talking the game, you know, like stats and gear and stuff like that. Very cool. And another guy jumped in, some random guy, and he was like, "Oh, my bad, guys. Like, can you guys leave? We weren't trying to multiplayer or matchmake or whatever."
However the strike team works.
But I thought it was strange because the mission was like already mid-starting. It was like already on the countdown. So I don't know exactly what they were trying to do, but I just thought it was interesting to see like other 2 people with mics that were like playing the game like that. We're ready up. We're ready. We're ready.
But I thought it was strange.
And it was interesting to see earlier in chat somebody said that he's like, I don't play without mics. So it's like, that's very interesting too.
I just thought it was interesting to see like other 2 people with mics that were like playing the game like that.
Kate Bishop is in the Hawkeye TV show that's coming to Disney Plus. Okay. Okay, Prince, I see you there. I see you there. Let me get.
All right,
Oh
Avengers,
man, I
we've
left my.
pinpointed the location of one of AIM's cloning research labs. We believe
Here,
Dr.
I'm gonna
Supreme
put
has
mine
perfected
in
her cloning
chat,
technology to the point where she
so you can send me a
literally produce copies
request.
of our most deadly foes. Needless to say, we need to take them out.
Yeah,
The
Disney
best
Plus
thing
is a
to do is
whole
destroy
other
the
game, I
cloning
think.
encounter
I might
and
be looking a
any
little bit
research
too much
environment.
into it exactly, but I think with those releases of, because you got to think about it, we haven't had anything released Marvel-wise besides this since Endgame, I want to say. I might be like a little off on that. There might have been like 1 or 2 things that released since. But these Disney Plus movies are the next thing. You got Wanda and Vision, WandaVision. You got Hawkeye. Then you got Bucky and Sam coming in, dude. Bucky and Falcon. I don't know about you guys, but to me, all 4 of those shows seem like something that I don't want to miss out on. I would say like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. That is the show that I'm just like,
We're dropping
I'm
you
good
off
on that.
close to the
I watched the
location.
Ghost Rider
AIM is on
scenes,
high
but
alert, so look
I'm
out
not going to
for
go
any
out of my way to
forces
check
in
them
the
out.
area.
Anyways, I'm trying to talk about generating hype here, because that's what those shows will do. You get them, you watch them, you feel it, you watch them with your family, you watch them with your son, you watch them with your kids or whatever. Like, oh man, I want to be it. That is so cool. Like, oh, Hawkeye. Yeah, Hawkeye's in this game, bro. Like, you want to play it, little buddy? Or whatever. Like, oh man, I like that Hawkeye episode, dude. Like, you know, where he did whatever. Like, it motivated me.
Just want to be in your shoes.
And then it's like, yo, I want to play as Hawkeye now, dude. I hope Hawkeye has this thing where it's like you tag enemies and he's like, foop, 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 foop. Like precision shots, whatever. Something like that. Like Deadeye in Red Dead Redemption or whatever. But anyways, yeah, Disney Plus movie's going to be generating hype. I feel like a little bit on a small scale. And I don't think anybody's going to be like straight up saying, like, yeah, I just got done watching the 2nd episode of WandaVision, so I bought this game. I don't think they'll say stuff like that. But it might, like, plant in there a little bit, you know. There might be some force behind it, I do believe. Because whenever I start watching certain shows or get into certain things or whatever, like, I want to play the video game about it too. And Marvel is just one of those things where it's like, dude, I could be into that all day. Marvel, DC, Dragon Ball Z, like, those are the things where it's just like, alright, I'm back into it. Look at the little dude. Like, it's easy to pick up type of thing. Get into, understand.
Phone's location. In the meantime, I'm sending you to the lower floors to find a target who has more information.
I also think Kate Bishop is a good character in general, just for like the ladies and stuff. Like, I have a daughter. Like, I feel like Kate Bishop would be one of those things where it's like, oh, hey, you know, Kate Bishop, Black Widow, whatever. Like, cool girls. Like I was talking to my daughter. You gotta think, this is 10-year-old mindset, man. Don't forget Miss Marvel. Exactly. Exactly, Tim. Exactly. So. Oh, you're good, Peter. You're good. Mike's muted. MCU version 2. Oh boy. I remember the news about Squirrel Girl coming as well. They chose the AT&T chick to play her, but I think they scrapped it. Oh, that's interesting, Peter.
There is a chest with gear.
Yeah, with Miss Marvel, my 10-year-old, she was like, I just don't, it's weird. Like, her power's weird. And I'm like,
You know what to do.
I understand you, because I think Mr. Fantastic has a weird ability, too. Like, I don't really think it's cool. I don't think it's not cool. I just think it's, like, weird, and I wouldn't want to have it if I had a choice. I don't think. I just don't see the application to it. Like, or maybe I'm lacking imagination with it. I'm not really sure, but it is weird to me. Anyway, so I understood her, basically. And it was just one of those things where it's just like, yeah, come on, Khan. Stretchy abilities. She reminds me of that toy back in the day where it's like gooey. Stretch Armstrong. There you go. That's what she reminds me of. We grabbing these? Is this Abomination? I hope so. I think it's not, though. I'm gonna grab it, though. There we go.
An impressive and educational performance. Excellent work.
I'm not gonna miss out on this chest just because I spent all that time trying to open it. Iron Man is a character, it's like I want to get good with him, but I know I'm not in the right mindset for it. I know I'm not in the right mindset.
They've got nothing on us.
I know, because I know what to expect and I know what I need to do with him, but I'm not in the right mindset to do it all. To grind for those certain precision builds and stuff like that. I feel like it's characters like Black Widow. Like, I was really struggling. That's the thing, too. That's why I was over Black Widow, man. I was so struggling to understand her build type and where she excels in certain ways. And because she's so precise, man, it's just really hard. You could go either way with her, to be honest, I think. Because if might does take juice your takedown, then you might want to be you know, a high might build to take down those characters like instantly. Like spray them up, pepper them a little bit with some machine guns, take them down one at a time, spawn the heroic orb. You know what I mean? Or you can sit back and snipe with her revolver, like, is another thing too. But as I said earlier, like, sitting back and sniping is like, it's not this game for me, you know? So hand-to-hand combat, a lot of element damage on her guns. Gotta figure that out, you know? Gotta really tighten it up. Like, I really hope something, like, I hope it's more than, okay, that's not good. I really hope there's a little something more with Kate Bishop's missions and, like, quality of life stuff, menu stuff. You know, I just want to see those little improvements here and there. Those little improvements. Where did he go? I'm suppressed terribly. Oh, he's itty bitty, that's why.
The Abomination clone is defeated.
Yo,
Well done, Avengers.
look at he split, took that dude out, and he's still tiny. He's like a little dude. He's like a little spiked ugly dude. Cap and Widow. I love using Cap. I made mine invincible. Man, Prince. That's the cool thing about Cap too, dude. That's the thing. He's got a hell of a parry. And he's got the ability to block. and he's got the ability to slam up down from the air. Like, Cap is an athlete all around, and his shield to be able to bounce around and cause that much status effects, it's like, dude, like, I would love to take like a good 6 hours or whatever it is, you know, like a day or whatever, playing this game with the same people, really matching up characters, really like thinking about like upcoming enemies, maybe not get to that deep and like that technical where it's like, okay, now it's the group of whatever enemies, now it's the exos, now it's the whatever. But I would feel like you'll know a good team when you see one, basically. Complementing each other's status effects, complementing each other's combat moves, air attacks. Who's got the turrets? Who's got these strong guys? You know, like little bit of tad bit coordination. I feel like it's a tad bit chaotic for that right now. But I do feel like it could be in there somewhere. Alright guys, last one. Last daily mission. I think this is the Mr. Roboto. This is the Spider Bot too, actually. Which I pretty much enjoy quite a bit. Yeah, more of these missions, please. More of these type of missions. Very cool. Very cool. Did I not grab it? Or did we do them all? No. Right. Last one. Hands down, Cap has the best defense until Spidey comes in. I think Cap is very versatile. Very versatile. Spidey trips me up a little bit. It's hard to imagine exactly how he'll play exactly. Like, I feel like he'll have the combos. How is his webs going to be, though? Is his webs going to be like something that really pins enemies down the way it's supposed to? There we go. Tori, 463156. Kamala. Ready to go. Neighborino. Swing, just his webs in general. Spider-Man's webs in general is what's get me ticking. You see Black Widow, maybe a little bit of Kamala's traversal with getting up on ledges.
We'd really appreciate it if the Avengers could help us
I
take
mean,
it down.
Hulk has a wall hold, so maybe it'll incorporate that. Is he going to be able to climb on walls and stuff? Like, all to the side and all down and stuff? I don't know. Will they want him to? Would you need to?
Yes.
Spidey sense? That'd be cool, like a... Yeah, like that's a bunch of stuff where it's like, how are they going to incorporate that? Spidey sense, would that be L1? Now you can... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Support. What would the support be? Like, funny jokes? Like, alright, Peter, shut the hell up. Like, while you're fighting? Like, Parker.
Security will be tight. AIM might even have elite assassination teams on site. I've sent my best people.
Wrapping up enemies, though. Like, imagine that. Or imagine, like, incapacitating multiple enemies with, like, one big thing. And then, you know, Hulk or whoever's coming in, Iron Man, just dot him up with his range. I do expect stuff like that. Like a lot of wrap-ups, a lot of, like, strong enemies sitting still with Spider-Man. This always feels cool running through this little explosion area. Oh, no way. Oh, you went all the way with me, huh? I remembered, but I didn't act on it. I don't know if it's me or sometimes it doesn't activate like as well as it should. Is my circle triangle I think I like because I click it like circle triangle real quick, and I do it in a not at the same time. But then other times I really feel like I get it, and I really feel like I press circle and triangle at the same time many times, and it just doesn't work that well. I'm not sure. Look at Iron Man. Oh, here we go, dude. Yeah. That was awesome. I saw a bunch of their health go down like right before I clapped. He's little now. Come here, buddy. Okay, okay, you can die.
Marking their position on your HUD.
Our Iron Man, somebody on here is like really strong. Might be Thor, it might be Pewter, plus Iron Man.
I'll take a positive attitude any day of the week.
Positive attitude any day of the week. You goddamn right. One time I had this job, it was so fucking stressful, I had to wear a hat, and I had to write on the inside, stay positive, because it sucked so much. I had to remind myself to be cool. Like, hey man, have a good attitude about life, it is all good, bro.
I'm sure we'll meet them soon enough.
There you go, that Iron Man is nice, man. Hulk hurt? Hulk, you're gonna be alright, dog. Douse him up real quick. Whoa, did I just do... That's in... Alright. One thing about Black Widows, when you, like, get her ultimate string going with her bow staff, if you hold triangle, she, like, does the slam, but then, like, pops in the air. And I didn't know that until, like, the other day. And I was like, that is super useful. So I was wondering, let's jump up in the air real quick, R1 it.
Battle is not for the careful, Doctor.
See, that was a little weird. So you can't do it in the air. No R1s in the air. It's that Hulk right there. These sound blasters are pretty cool, even though they like fuck me up quite a bit. I might not be in a good spot. Yeah. Get him, Thor, get him. Nice, nice. You saved my life, Thor. You saved my life. Oh my gosh, I need some help. Alright, we're green again. Super green.
The team are no longer a threat.
This is their version of Spider-Man. Yes, this is their version. Hopefully Spider-Man has his web shield for defense. That'd be so sick. And I hope it's like from Maximum Carnage. Yeah, Tim, the Black Widow one, the where she like jumps up or whatever, like she like, it's like a pogo stick kind of for her, little stripper pole or whatever.
Stay alert, Avengers. Aim
Yeah, whenever I found that, because I keep pressing triangle, I like comboing up, like changing my combos or whatever, and I kept pressing triangle. I was like, I don't like how she just slams down, slam, slam, slam. And then I guess I got frustrated yesterday and I just like held it down and she popped up and I was like, whoa, that is very cool. And it pops the enemies up there with you too, so you can just basically roll right into your air combo, which the bow staff is more effective when you're comboing dudes in the air. So it's like a very powerful attack to like pump them up in the air. I thought that was pretty cool. And I didn't learn that because there's no move glossary.
Do you think these AIM operatives think they're
Alright, Roku, man, you have a fun time, my friend.
Underestimate the power of a big paycheck, Doctor.
Yes, I will see you in the next one, Roku. You have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for supporting, dude.
More dangerous. There's a chest with gear close
Multiple
by.
web modes. I see you, initiative. Yes, sir. That's what. Yeah, kind of expected a little bit, like the guns a little bit. Right, just like how Iron Man has the different things. Exactly. That would be cool. Like he's got the web balls, which like hit physical damage. Then you got like the web strings maybe that like slow him down or something. Like tie him up, trip him, something. Keep him stationary for a certain amount of seconds, you know? Because it's like a certain web fluid. And that's what it be too. Like, oh yeah, it's the Oscorp web fluid or it's the shield web fluid, whatever. And then you would get like I found it very interesting. I forgot which game it was. One of the more recent Spider-Man's games where the red and blue Spider-Man like picks up rocks from the ground and then swings them around. That was different. I think it's Shattered Dimensions or something. Because you play 3 different Spider-Mans in that game. The Noir, the Black Suit, and the regular Spider-Man. And the regular Spider-Man's moveset was like Kratos. Web line, web string, maybe an AoE web net. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Or like instead of the web line, okay, so that's a thing. You can like hit the ground with some webs and make it like that whole spot sticky and where they're slow.
Okay, they look interesting.
But then what would
Watch
you
out
use the
for
web
new
line
tricks.
for? Like that's 2 different slow type of things.
While you defeat AIM's
Maybe
forces,
that's their like
Parker will hack
ability
into their
tree.
systems and
Like
destroy
you
their
can slow them
data.
down by web lines, or you can slow them down by the floor. I don't know. That's not a fully fleshed out thought yet, but I'm tracking. Missed him. Bypassed him. There you go. Yeah, and I think I just found out yesterday that lime green numbers, not like those numbers that you see right now, like popping up, but the lime green ones are like critical headshots? I don't know. But yeah, that's what I think the lime green ones are lime green, or are critical headshots. Got them a lot with Black Widow, and it was just something that I never really seen
Hope these guys
too
never
often.
learn.
Because I probably don't aim for the head too entirely much. Not with any other characters, at least. Yeah, maximum Spidey. Peter, I'm tracking on that. Yeah. Shattered Dimensions Fire. I love how classic Spidey uses webs throughout that. Yeah, I liked Shattered Dimensions, Web of Shadows. Yeah, I liked all of them. I didn't expect for Shattered Dimensions to be how it was. And I remember being like pulled back by it. Like, I thought it was gonna be like a real cool, like open world game like I'm used to or whatever. But then I got that Sandman boss battle was cool where you're like flying around and you gotta like do certain stuff with the debris was interesting. I thought that was cool. And just like it has like its little level pieces to it. Pretty sweet.
I'm making preparations to
Plus,
pull my
you get to
fuel
play
back.
as freaking
Feels like we did
Miguel,
what we set out
freaking
to do.
Spider-Man 2099,
Thank you,
most
Avengers.
best Spider-Man suit ever. Fucking so badass. Oh my god, I did have those comics when I was young. Miguel O'Hara, I think his last name is. Hell yeah, Spider-Man should have a web damage perk where enemies get slowed down by trapped webs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like that idea. Maximum Spidey, like even if he disappears off screen and just kind of like, you know, just appears somewhere or whatever, just shows how fast he is, like your eyes can't pick up on him or whatever. That would be sick. That would be sick. Or, okay, web boxing gloves, web fists. I don't know. That's a little different. I don't expect him to be like Marvel's Marvel's Spider-Man. Like I don't expect him to be able to like go straight to one place. And if he can, I'll be very surprised. I'll be impressed if he could just swing normally and the webs like actually
Wait,
stick to trees and
My
stuff.
monitoring team detected a huge data burst.
So, they couldn't sell
Oh yeah,
the
this is where that
message.
music, the
Jarvis
theme
made sure
music
of that.
jams
The data was
mid
transmitted
combat.
to a
Yeah,
local
this is a
server
good
that
little
came
session right
online
here.
once we attacked the arc reactor. It appears to be a weaponized mech. Monica's plan B.
We need to take it down. Hard.
Like, I wish I could watch the Monica, Natasha's Notebook, nice. I wish I could watch the Monica cutscenes again. Like, what does he put in her neck and stuff at the end? Like, what was that Monica? I'm not exactly sure. Like, that's why I really wish the campaign was replayable, man. Just because it's like those are the little things that it's like. I like that. I like that it's about aim and stuff. Like, I do like the vibe that this game gives off about aim. Like, because if it was just a Red Skull enemy, or if it was just like, oh, Red Skull's the bad guy, Hydra's the bad guy, like, it would give off a certain vibe, a certain theme, I guess. But I really like aim, and I like kind of... Because it's not like your typical... I mean, I don't know, I still gotta dive into it, but it's not like your typical, like, I want to take over the world kind of shtick. It's like, we're scientists and we're trying to, like, I don't know, not, I guess, they might be trying to take over the world, I don't know, but, like, from a scientific view, I guess that's just a little bit different than, like, I'm gonna put everybody, like, you know, make them my slaves and, like, destroy half of y'all shit or whatever, and, like, you're gonna do what I say kind of thing. But I don't know, I guess I like the scientific side of the whole bad guy stuff. And it makes it even more interesting that, like, Bruce Banner was, like, a fling with, like, or whatever, Monica. There's that connection there, I guess I draw from. Where it's like, damn. Like, your honey done fucked you over. And try to kill your and try to kill your friends. And she created, like, a crazy dude, like, in the works. And, like, Bruce is over here like, I already got Hulk problems, dude. Bruce Banner's just feeling super bad about it.
Here we go.
coming back online.
Bounce out, bounce out, bounce out. There you go. Oh, Hulk. Careful. Juke move. You didn't think Hulk could, like, move as nimble as that, huh?
Inside vents are overheating. Go for those.
I feel like I gotta turn up my headphones here in a second. Once the music gets hitting. If you go on YouTube and listen to the soundtrack for this game, one of the first comments or whatever is like, go to 2 minutes and 32 seconds. And it's like right when the horns hit in and they're like, dun, 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 whatever. You know, the horns, man. The epic part. And he's like, you'll thank me later. And I was like, what? And I clicked on it and I was like, oh, that's so crazy. I was literally looking for that part. They know, man. People know. Oh, did you see that? I also saw some short clip of Captain America deflecting Iron Man's beam and a turret beam at the same time into Abomination. That is awesome. I thought that was very cool. That's the kind of stuff where you're like, what? Like, where did this come from? Like, you guys thought about it on some type of level. That's so cool. Yo, I thought we had it here. I thought that side was done. I guess not. Not on the big end.
It's down for the moment. Go for a time.
You can't one-shot this boss. That's just, you have to have, this is the phase, like this right here. Phases, gonna be for Super Adaptoid. Probably throw in some of those Adaptoids with the telekinesis and stuff. Okay, okay. Phase 1, Phase 2, maybe like super charged, super fast, super strong, Super Adaptoid. Interested to see what the phases are going to be like, because that could like bring some fun with your friends. Super difficult, be very fun. Uh-oh, I'm a Hulk pancake. Right there, there's that music.
Don't worry, enough for me to go around.
I'm gonna start yelling probably here in a second. Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah. Ooh, playing with the sound on now. God damn.
Looks like it's about to stomp.
Like, Hulk should have the big momentum jump, his first jump. Maybe. Oh, come on, come on. Like, let's just take a second here. We still gotta feel like, look at this crazy shit happening. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, epic. Look at this. What is this? Look at this big ass thing, man. That's sick. Yeah. 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 I didn't even have to thunderclap. Very impressive.
She'll doubtless come up with plan C and D. In the meantime, I'm pulling my people back.
Yeah, replaying
Same, Doctor.
replaying the campaign with new costumes, that would be so cool. See him in the cutscenes and stuff.
Here today.
All in the name of science. You know it. You know it. Yeah, Peter, I try to save most of my campaign footage a little bit. I got most of it. I got the beginning and the ending. I got like Stark's stuff to go to outer space and stuff. Web barrage. There you go. Yeah. Web Fist would be great. I actually talked about that in a video. He had the ability in older games. Yes, he did. Very cool.
Aims down a lot of research in one giant
Oh yeah, I know you are. Initiative gonna buy. You're gonna be Spider-Man out, dude.
But the war is far from over.
All the more reason to savor our successes, Captain.
True, old friend.
Oh, Initiative. You wonder if the Final Four exists. All right, Peter. Yes. Good sesh, my friend. Good sesh, my friend. Awesome playing with you. I'll definitely see you offline for sure. So I'll like try to send you an invite or whatever. We'll try to like link up, send you a message or whatever. Like meeting a lot of cool people. And then thanks Iron Man and Kamala, Tori, very much. All right, that is gonna be it for me for tonight. Yeah, Fantastic Four. I mean, Initiative. Like, look at Kamala. Look at turn Iron Man on fire. You tracking? Look at Hulk. Look at Black Widow's invincibility. What if Super Adaptoid phases are like first he attacks you with Thor's ability? Yes, that's how I was thinking. That's how I thought Taskmaster was gonna be. Really, was like that, where it's like, oh, depending on who you had on your team, and then they'd like it would rotate into that. So when I was Hulk and he was jumping, I was like, oh, he's copying me. And then some, but it was not really like that. Like I definitely understand what you're saying, Initiative, and I really hope that they kind of like dial in and it makes it more feel like, oh, now he's copying that friend, or oh, now he's copying you, Jimmy, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like he's copying Hulk or whatever. Jimmy's the player. But anyways, guys, yeah, I'm gonna call it right there for tonight. I'm gonna definitely try to get on tomorrow again. If not, I'll make a Kate Bishop video. Just, I don't know, probably talking about what I talked about today, or just being hype about it. I don't know, man. I just like love talking about this stuff, and I love playing it also. Even though if my Hulk's build is not as good as some, which I need to get it there. I need exotics. That heroic gauntlet. That heroic gauntlet. Oh my gosh, let's just bring it full circle. That heroic gauntlet, I went into it with good spirits and positive vibes. I went out with it super fast, super quick, and now it doesn't even matter. And that was the title of my stream today, but it kind of shit the bed, but that's okay. Thank you to all the cool people who play with me, and thank you for all the cool people who came out to chat. Hope to see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'm Machine Gun Mike, guys. See all that shit?